Hello, there we go. Hello. Welcome, one and all. Welcome back to Theros. We are jumping back in to this grand adventure. One second as I make some slight technical adjustments. Um, but we are jumping back in this dope adventure. And welcome to Misty Mountain Streaming, Misty Mountain Gaming, Misty Mountain Streaming. Great channel, great stuff. With me to kick things off to help, we have the ever industrious, the grand DM, the D&D wannabe, Ra. Ba,
Hey,
ba, ba,
hello everybody.
ba.
Hey, Dan, it's been a while since we shared screen space,
Truly,
man.
yes, it has been
Good to
some
see you.
time.
How you doing? What's your shirt say? I can only they can't see any of it. I just see the it's.
That's true. I don't know if I can get it for the stream, but it says it's all very merry. It was a
Ah,
wonderful gift from my amazing girlfriend that I gotten for Christmas. We actually had matching outfits. It was a lot of fun. And
that's adorable. I remember fitting into matching outfits, and then and then that happened no longer. Ugh. But hello everybody. It's been a while since I've been on a Tuesday stream. It may be a while before we do it again. I don't know, but it's nice to pop in and see everybody. I just wanted to get in and take announcements off of Dan's to-do list for the evening. There's a few, and figured like it was probably easier just to do them ourselves than to give him a big old list. So, first and importantly, for the rest of the stream, our the rest of the week, our streaming schedule is a little discombobulated because the convention season has started up again after the holidays, and people are going to work, and people are going to shows, and so are we and I at the Misty Mountain Gaming and Streaming teams. Misty Mountain Gaming is going to have booths at New Orleans Fan Expo, and we are going to have booths at Super Magfest in Maryland, which is a show we've never been to before. If you're in those areas or you're going to those shows, come say hey. I'll be at the Super Magfest one, and so many people you will recognize will be down at New Orleans. I believe Tyler is going to be at New Orleans Fan Expo, among other people. Uh, so go and see us there. That will mean that I'm not around for the normal Thursday night Search for the Spellforge D&D game. It will mean that I'm not around for the Friday night Two Nerds Play with the
tragic,
Existential Nerd. And
tragic.
sadly, even though I've got it sitting right here, the Christmas Carol book
Yes.
for our sub goal, which I'm really looking forward to, by the way, um, I won't be around. So we're gonna push it back another week.
Shame.
Um,
Truly tragic. But
yeah,
tune
you know,
in.
and I've been looking through this thing, and it is. I feel like it's achievable.
It's
It's
There's a lot for sure, but hey,
it's
it's a classic, and I have the utmost confidence that you're gonna pull it off
yeah.
gracefully.
The book is only this big, and the actual story doesn't start until here.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I'll live. But it was a fun thing going to Barnes and Noble to pick up the book, telling people why I was buying the book. They're like, "Oh, that's so cool! You got a cool Twitch community." I said, "Yes, I do. It's the best. Have you not heard of us yet?" Um, Speaking of things, I am planning a trip to visit Oh My Sophie and her wonderful husband Sam sometime later in the month. There are some sub goals. I won't say which ones, but things promised long ago that have potentially been forgotten. I have not forgotten them, and I am
Ooh.
making
Ooh.
them happen very soon. Things
Ooh.
have been purchased, plans have been made, um, careers will be ruined. It's going to be fun. I'll leave that to everyone's imagination and see if anyone who was around at the beginning of this channel uh, can figure that one out, what's coming.
Exciting stuff.
We are streaming tomorrow night still, correct,
Uh,
Dan?
Weather permitting, if
Okay.
weather is able to allow us, we're going to be running some tests beforehand to try to get it up and running. But hopefully, if everything goes well, we will. But weather may be a bit dicey, so we'll see.
We typically like it when things are dicey, but not weather.
Yeah,
Not that thing. The weather is pretty bad right here, right now. So I get that. But hopefully we will be streaming more of the What Lurks in the Dark 2 sequel campaign, which I know has got off to a great start last week, and will hopefully continue right where we left off and pick that right up. Thank you to everyone who contributed to our December sub goals, the Christmas Carol being the latest stretch one. It was a big month for us. Thank you guys for showing some holiday spirit and shelling out and being so generous to us. It makes us feel good. It makes me look good to people who pay me. And most of all, it's just fun to take that and try and do fun things and give away dice. Speaking of giveaways, the holo dice that were promised to be given away this month on this Thursday, because we are not streaming Thursday, will be given away next Thursday. So everything's just kind of getting pushed back 1 week because of conventions. Also, thank yous to Howard Bridge, Frost Louvre, Evil's Playhouse, The Stoic Nerd, and Joom Joom Daboom, which is up there on top names on Twitch for me now. Joom Joom Daboom.
hell yeah.
Thank you guys for following. Welcome to our party. We are Misty Mountain Streaming. We like to tell and experience great stories, and we prefer to do that with tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons.
Can't go wrong
And
with classic D&D.
good old D&D.
Good old D&D.
Have you heard of it? I think it's going to catch on.
Truly.
Also, thank you to Reextra for giving us inspiration for Mimi, and to Mudzai, who has resubscribed for their 7th month. Appreciate you going on this journey with us, friend.
Hell yeah.
Announcements wise, I think for the stream that's about it. So speaking of telling and experiencing great stories, why don't I get out of the way so Dan can be about that business, and you guys, we can bring the players on.
Let's bring these players on. Time for continuing our mythic quest through the lands of Theros. Jumping aboard! Thank you so much, Rob. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Good luck, everybody.
Well, here we go. Oh, everything is moved off. Ooh, gotta jump over.
Oh, nothing. I
Here
just like
we
Kitsune
go.
makeup, and I thought it'd be cute.
It's really cute.
Thanks.
Also, the eyeshadow colors are so
Whoa.
Oh, thank you, surreal makeup.
And
Here,
we're
wait,
like
I'm
we're
also.
like musical chairs on the street.
Yeah.
we're like musical
Yeah,
chairs.
that's
We
great.
should have swapped. It should be back to normal now. As soon as
There
like,
we go.
camera just starts.
And Ellie. Because
There
I'm
we
working
go.
on a waving cat makeup, so I made a giant Sandman Rio
Shut
coin.
up. That is
Yeah.
so cute.
That is
Someone
so
said
cool.
Oh, thank you. A lot of people have been saying Meowth, and like I get it. But yeah, somebody on Patreon said that like this red and gold lingerie I have looked like a waving cat, and I was like, that
That's
is the cutest and stupidest little idea I've ever heard. I want to do that really bad, so I just made this last night.
My brother has a tattoo
Now
of
I
a
don't know
waving
what
cat
to
on
do
his
with
back that I designed.
No way! Can I see it? I love waving cats.
I'll find a picture of it. Yeah.
Also, I don't. Calico ones are my favorite, so figure it out. Wait,
Oh.
are we live?
We are live.
live.
We are live. And hello
Again, well, you get a fun fact.
hello to our amazing players jumping up aboard.
Shucks.
It's been a while,
Just
folks.
a sec, 'cause I can't
Been
hear
a while.
It has been a while. Ooh, we got
Musical chairs. What bottom
musical
chairs?
chairs.
Who are we? Who are we?
Ty
Half a
jumping
Mimi.
back.
Now back.
Now you're on
now-
Mimi.
Now I'm Mimi.
You're on me. Who's
Whoa.
on first?
Everything's. I'm
Oh,
on.
no.
I'm
I
on
love
first.
this. This is my favorite thing when
No.
we switch boxes.
Oh
I'm
hell
on
yeah! I'm just in Tyler's box.
You're just in Tyler's
So why
box.
does it matter?
This
Hey.
works.
It's like Tyler's
Oh
getting
wait.
camera
I'm
up and running.
Vesi.
I
No, I'm
believe
not.
She was
No.
having some tech issues
I'm a
hearing
pixie.
you.
Gotcha.
You are Epixie.
You're a
You
pixie.
are a
Aw.
pixie right now.
It wouldn't be a Mr.
Carry
Mountain
the
Stream if we
mantle.
had
I trust
some,
Solstice's
like,
best friend.
If we didn't,
I mean,
yeah.
Epixie's, yeah.
I hate how
honor.
long my
And-
name is
I'm
compared
trying
to
to make
everyone
computer
else's.
work.
Solstice and Vesi
It's so funny.
and Epixie together forever for the first time again.
Oh wait, I get to be Betsy?
I think we
Oh,
have
now we're
switched
back.
back now. So
We're back.
now we are
We're
back in
back.
our
back. Wait, no, we're not.
regular. We should
Yes,
be
we
back
are.
in our regular
Okay.
spots. Everybody,
We're good.
fantastic. Back on. Here we go. Tech issues. Oh, swapped again.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Everyone can see my green screen right now. Oh no.
All right,
No.
I'm Mimi again. Mom who will protect.
Just gonna
Yeah.
my
Never
I
phone.
think we should
and-
all get inspiration for our struggle.
I'm gonna use my phone until
Somebody said-
we go to break because my computer's not having it right now.
That is
No.
okay.
No fun.
I like the comment that says next time the cameras switch, you need
Yeah.
to take over the character.
We're just
Oh my
shuffle.
goodness.
Seamless
So if I'm, like,
immersion.
Seamless.
If I'm Mimi, should I make Mimi like Cockney instead?
Sprinkle like
Perfect.
just got us a inspiration for the struggles.
Aw, I'm so inspired.
Thank you,
Fine.
thank you, Sprinkle.
Hello.
Just be like, hello.
Just-
Hello.
Hi.
These are our
Hey.
lovely, amazing players. We'll go through, why don't we do lightning round introductions, starting with Crash!
Ah,
Hi, I'm Crash. You know me. I'm T-Pain. That's it. You said fast.
Exactly. Next up, we have Nick Friedson.
Hey, I'm Nick Friedson, as previously mentioned by Dan Callahan. You can find me on Instagram at Nick Pretty Basic. Really happy to be here. Shaped milk, everyone. Oh, and
Shaped milk.
I play with Solstice. Shaped
Yes.
milk.
And then over here in
Shake
this
milk.
corner, we have Mimi.
Hi, I'm Ellie. Ellie D&D. I play Mimi. I'm your mom now.
Yay.
Yay! And then right over here, if I can get the camera angles
Somebody's
correctly,
being
we
your
have Maddie.
Ah, hi.
Hi,
My name
Maddie.
is Maddie, and I brought cookies.
Yeah!
Little thumbprint cookie.
I made these last night with my friend, and
Delish.
they're really good. And if I can do one more show and tell really quick, because I meant to do this on a previous stream and I forgot.
Mm.
But two of my
Yes.
boyfriend's relatives who know nothing about D&D made me this beautiful tray, and it means so much to me. And I just
So
want to brag and
freaking
show
cool.
it off
Goodness
because I love it
gracious.
very much. And I will be playing on this tonight.
Hell yeah, we love it. And then last but not
So
least, we
pretty.
have Cheesecake Panda.
Hi. I don't know what my computer just decided it was gonna do, but I'm gonna play with it during breaks. But hi, I'm
Hi.
here. I'm Crash 2.0.
I hope everyone has noticed the matching whiskers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't plan that
Look
part,
who
but
I
everything
have.
else matched. So
Is it Naruto?
Look who
Honestly,
I
I'm not
have.
We should all come back after
no,
break.
it's just
Just with cat whiskers.
Kitsune whiskers. I just think they're
Just
cute.
gotta get 'em.
My goal
don't
was
have
Ari
a
from League of
Sharpie.
Legends, but
I see
yeah,
it.
Naruto did come first, so I guess that's fair.
I
Well,
always wondered, is Naruto, is that like cat because of...
He's
Or-
Fox, right?
Actually,
right?
he's a nine-tailed fox.
So
Okay.
he's okay, so he is Kitsune. Okay, so that works.
Yeah, to
That's
reveal
it.
some Maddie lore real quick before we get started. When I was like 12, I didn't post it anywhere, but I wrote for myself, my little nerdy self, like a 40-chapter self-insert Naruto fanfiction.
Pixie was already
so-
in there.
Yeah, like
Epixie.
Epixie's deep Maddie lore, deep down.
Truly.
Yeah.
Speaking of deep lore, you all ready to play
Yes.
some D&D?
Yes!
Yes.
What a
Finally.
segue! So, last where we had left off, our heroes were in pitched combat with the Armor of Argus, a private military battalion of the nation polis of Akros, led by Cataeus Argus, who was none too pleased about the future that was foretold to him. And in an effort to harness primordial power from an ancient dragon turtle, our heroes were battling left and right, striking at his comrades. Mimi going one-on-one with Cataeus Argus, Epixie and Solstice heading towards the siphon, trying to break it and to stop Videl from enacting the machine. Deo and Vesi getting the lay of the soldiers, going back and forth. Items were stolen, tension was high, and all was nervous. But eventually, our heroes were able to stop the siphon entirely after a stalemate essentially had occurred between the two parties.
Only like some of us died.
Only a couple of people went down, so it wasn't.
It's okay.
Wasn't
Thank
too
you,
bad.
Epixie, for giving me life again.
And
I almost killed someone, but it's
yes, it was.
What are you gonna do?
It was rough.
Yep.
But after the stalemate, our heroes were left shaken, but knowing of the
Not stirred.
task, it truly stirred. But our heroes, aware of the task ahead of them, went back to the Temple of Destiny and had, in a surprising moment, Vesi choosing not to sacrifice one of Tior's futures, but instead choosing to sacrifice one of her own in an effort to both help Tior and find the path needed. And to the answer to the question of where must we go in order to find an island unseen by mortals and gods, you are given a vision of a Triton man working in this extensive, elaborate workshop, none the likes that you have ever seen before, in this workshop built inside the carcass of another kraken being. More big monsters. I've noticed a theme.
Yay!
It's just, I like big, giant creatures. They're fun.
So you play.
He likes to feel tall.
You play green in Magic the Gathering?
I
Green
don't. I
Jack?
wish I played Magic the Gathering enough to know that.
Dragged him.
But our heroes, knowing the future ahead of them, ready to set off to see what lies ahead. With that, we're going to jump back into that moment right after the future had been revealed. But moving away from the temple and then moving down, I want to check in with Solstice, because I know that you had left throwing your staff to the ground, and it made your way down the steps. And so I wanted to ask, are you just making your trek back to the boat?
No, I'm not. Are there places to conceal myself? There are no trees. There are no trees on this.
There's no trees. However, Leotha, the giant dragon turtle that you all are standing on, has a massive craggly shell. And so up towards the top was built on this flat platform that was sort of built on top. But around off of the steps, there are several sort of like crags that you could, if you wanted to just like duck behind for a moment, you could.
Got it. And we have not had a long rest, so
Correct.
no wild shit. Okay, I will duck behind one of these crags. Crevices.
Crags, crevasses.
Craig's is a word.
Crags. I will duck behind one of these crags, and I will wait. Kind of. just sort of thinking about what has happened, how I have almost taken the life of a living person, which has never happened before. And I would like to conceal myself from the group for a little bit.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
All right. 15.
Okay. So out of 15, that's where you're at. At this moment in time, you do not hear your other party members walking down the steps, so you're not sure when they're going to be following behind. But at this moment in time, you know that you are beside yourself and alone with your thoughts, hidden behind one of the crags.
Alright. If and when they pass, I would like to go to the temple.
Rock and roll. With that, jumping back to the temple, as the rest of the gang had just seen this vision laid out before them. It resides there for about a minute as you see this sort of Triton man just working on a bunch of different little inventions, seemingly a lot of his plate. It's there for about a minute, and then it slowly fades away along the white and gold strands along the visage. So, what do you all do?
So, where is that guy?
Big monster belly?
It looks like we're going to have to find another kraken, but, this one we're much less likely to be digested in.
Think Dior
Perhaps-
knows this guy?
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe Dior has an idea. Just from these visuals, we could tell him.
I should clarify.
Maybe?
The workshop is inside the carcass of a kraken, so it is a dead kraken that he is residing in.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yes.
God damn it, we're gonna find another one.
Tior seems to know everybody, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
You're not wrong. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mr. Popular.
can I turn to Vesi, and just, where did Solstice go? Do you know?
I don't know where she is. I have her staff because she picked it up last game and had dusted the thing off, even though it's a piece of wood.
She seemed a bit out of sorts.
I don't. Knowing her, I don't think she would have gone just right back to the ship. I think she wanted some time alone.
Okay, it's absolutely valid.
Want to just, check on her in 10, 15 minutes or something? Or if we see something that catches on fire?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. So, do you guys wait for Solstice here, or do you, given that amount of time, do you then go start looking for her?
Epixie is gonna suggest
Maybe, well, if we start to head back, we can catch up or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, if she if she sees us passing and she's taken the time she needs, I'm sure she'll rejoin.
Also, just check on Tior.
Hmm.
Make sure that, you know, what's his face didn't like do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think we should probably check on Leotha as well. I mean, she had like a spike driven through her, so
Well, I mean,
whole checklist.
nobody can just like talk to a dragon turtle, right? Like you got to be special or something.
well, no, Tior
Right?
did it.
You can just talk to them.
Tior talked to her when we first got here.
Well, yeah, but Tior's Tior.
I think
But
you
they
just
can
have to
have
speak her
language.
language. Like, that's.
What,
Danny
like
said she
like a
spoke
girl
Draconic,
thing,
right?
or do you mean like a genuine language?
Yeah, like a girl thing.
Frick.
Tior is now part of the girl gang.
Only girls and Tior can talk to dragon turtles. That's like common knowledge.
So like how
if anyone spoke
seahorse
Draconic, but
guys can only carry the baby, but
Sure.
only girls can talk to dragon turtles.
it's equal rights.
Yeah, feminism.
Yeah, I guess that's what that is.
I love that we went from like our friend is having a mental breakdown. And do we give them time or do we check on them to like? This is our definition. Of feminism.
Yeah, under the definition of feminism in the
Okay.
dictionary is being able to talk to dragon turtles.
No
Dragon
boys
turtles
allowed.
is to women as seahorses is to men. It's so simple.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, everybody, am I right?
Talk to dragon turtle and lie.
But I'm sure we'll find Solstice on the way, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, even she may have just beat us to the ship. She did have a head start, so I think we should probably let Tio know what we know.
Yeah.
And that way we can also check on Leotha.
Rock and roll. So,
Yeah, I take Mimi's hand as we start walking down.
Oh, hold your hand.
Yeah.
you all make your way back. Woo! Thanks for the cheers.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
You all make your way back down the steps. Is anybody actively searching for a solstice as they're making their way down?
I'm gonna look around for her, but as Epixie was taking Mimi's hand, Vesi's gonna look at Deo for a second and just go,
Not you.
Would
Do you want to Wizard of Oz this shit? And like we can all hold hands.
You can hold my other hand, Deo.
All right.
Okay.
I'll extend a hand to Bessie.
You look over at her. She's got the staff, and you can see that, like, trying not to be left out. She's kind of going like she's trying to hold
Oh, it's a
until
stop.
she takes your hand.
And then we'll walk down the yellow brick road.
As you all make your way down the steps, Vesi, go ahead and just give me a perception check.
Vexy, you want to do it? You want to do
Let's
it,
go
Booger?
back.
Yes.
What do
wanna
you
do it?
see?
Are you gonna actually
wanna
let go
drop
of it?
Good roll.
Way to go.
We knocked the camera down. You said perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception, 18, because she rolled a 10, and I've got a +8.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, with an 18 perception, as you are making your way down, you are able to spot Solstice, but you can clearly see that Solstice is trying to conceal themselves at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Of course, this is the one character that I don't have message.
Hey, you doing okay?
Oh
Let me
wait, do I
check.
have message?
Do you?
I might.
It's a spell that of this class I cannot take. A cantrip of this class that I cannot take, and that makes me very mad.
Hmm. I do not.
Okay. I do still have a spell slot left, thankfully for this. I'm just gonna do a sending that just says, I can see you, don't worry. I'm not going to tell the others. Just take the time that you need, okay? And if you need us, we're here. If you need me, we're here. And she's not gonna point out that she's there.
Okay. I will misty step away.
Cool. You misty step away, and as the rest of the gang make their way down to the boat, Solstice, you find yourself back at the Temple of Destiny.
Alright. Going to look around at the chaos that has been wrought.
Mm-hmm.
And I will enter the temple. And did you say that there was a brazier of sorts, or
No
what was it
brazier, but what is there? Is
Brazier?
brazier, however you pronounce
Brazier.
it.
A
brazier?
brazier is a bra.
And there probably was not a brazier.
Probably.
Yeah, there isn't one of those either.
There's no brazier in there.
If a centaur wore a bra, would it wear it out the front or like under the bed?
Yeah,
So-
because maybe like sheep dropped it.
Should have asked.
Oh.
Sorry,
Missed
Dan.
opportunity.
Just doing
Yeah,
field research.
Field
God.
research, truly. What is in there is the sort of like the two sort of freestanding poles, and then stranded between them are the white and gold strands of hair that lace their way through. As well as like the message in common that sort of encompasses the two poles that just reads, sacrifice one's future to look into another.
I will go up to these strands. I want to know if I will ever find my name, so I have to sacrifice a future. Well, yes, I'm going to sacrifice something.
What would you like to sacrifice?
Oh shit. I'm going to go outside of the temple real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look up into the sky. Noelia, I'm really grateful that you found me when I was little and raised me and protected me. But if you're the goddess of the hunt, why have you not helped me find myself? Why have you not helped me find what I'm looking for? Why have you not found it? I'm sorry, but although you've helped me, I must strike out on my own, and maybe I need to find someone else to help me. And I'm going to take the necklace of the willow tree from around my neck. I'm gonna tear it off, walk back into the temple. I hereby denounce you, Noilea. I'm sorry. And I cast my necklace into the web.
And what is the question you ask the strands?
Will I ever where will I find my name?
You lay down your necklace across the strands. You throw it on, and as it hits the bright white light, thank you for the follows. The bright white light shines on them as flecks of gold encompass around the necklace. And as they do, the light goes brighter and brighter, and the necklace is destroyed. Once that happens, you see the strands begin to move back and forth, till eventually you come upon, as the strands look, they show you an image, which at first just looks like darkness. And then very quickly, you see this bright light that appears, and it begins moving around. And as this light moves around, it passes by a statue, and then a second statue, and then a third. And at first, you think it is in a museum of some kind. But as it moves more and more and more, you see more and more statues in various positions, standing up, striking forward, crawling on the ground, but all look the same, in the sense that every statue looks afraid. There's not a single statue showing heroism or any other emotion other than fear. And as this light moves forward, I'm going to describe something kind of spooky. So just fair warning. You see, as the light moves forward, it then ascends towards this massive throne that is made up entirely of stone, statue-like bodies all mangled and jumbled together to form a singular throne. And the light moves up towards the top of the throne, and the vision ends.
We're gonna fight a Gorgon!
I want to sit on it.
Okay.
I want that to be me.
Jesus. Okay.
No, you said spooky. That's cool as shit.
Coolest thing.
I kind of I walk out again, and I'm doing Solstice's voice. That's interesting. I walk out of the temple, and I look up at the stars.
The stars have not come out yet. The sun is still.
Okay,
shining.
I look up and I say once again, I'm sorry, and I cast Ice Knife, and I take my hair that I have never cut since coming from the Feywild, and I cut it and let it fall. I try my best to make it into a pixie cut sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, guys. I'm fucking Mulaning this shit.
I was just like having our
Yeah.
Mulan moment.
I was just gonna say, look, renouncing God and cutting your hair is just part of the pandemic. Those are normal girl activities.
Solstice.
Especially with like the statues and stuff. It's the very like, when will my reflection show?
Yeah.
I can't believe the conversation happening beside this was about the turtles. It's very
Yeah, the whole way
moving
down.
experience of religion.
It's up and down.
Yeah, it's just a girl thing.
Go ahead,
that makes
Solstice,
sense.
and please, real quick, as you're cutting off your hair and centering yourself, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That would have been so mean if you made it be a performance check to see how good the hair looked.
That was me manically cutting my bangs in the
That was
sink.
really bad. That was a really bad roll.
What'd you get?
It was a 4 plus my. Well, 13. Not too
13.
bad.
The only thing you notice is that your arms hurt.
My arms hurt. Oh,
We've been fighting. You're so worried.
Flexing.
okay. I'm gonna unwrap.
Does anybody,
the-
doesn't it,
the,
do you have an inspiration? Like,
I don't.
I think
Someone
we
gave
all
you
I feel
a
like you
guidance.
should.
Someone
someone
gave
gave me a
everybody
guidance?
guidances at the beginning of the
We
Yes,
stream.
also
sir.
have like multiple PCs accomplices.
That's true.
This is true.
Yeah, I say if
What
you
is-
want, you can use one.
mhm.
Oh,
Iris just redeemed one, so.
There you go. There you go.
is
Thank
that
you, Iris.
Use that
that's
inspo, re-roll, baby,
Oh,
and then
re-roll.
add your D4 for guidance if you need a little bit
Oh my
more.
gosh! Thank you guys.
Make it
This is a big-
spicy.
This is a big moment, okay? It needs
Yeah.
to go smoothly.
We know you've been working out your arms. That's why they're sore. So we need to know what the rest of it is.
Oh my god,
Gotcha.
while you're rolling that though, I have a story. I did heavier weight last week doing lifting than I normally do. And then later that night I was sculpting and I was like, man,
Okay.
I've been sitting so stiff, my shoulders hurt. And then I was like, wait a minute.
I
Like,
got,
Sorry,
I
Reed
got a pretty
insisted
good
on being
roll.
up here.
but I'm also gonna add the guidance
Mhm.
Let's
just
do
in
it,
case.
Add the guidance.
Plus 4.
For anyone who hasn't seen the face of the man who screams in the background, this is
There
the
he
man.
is.
Look at
Sure.
He likes
Big
Cute.
fan of
It's,
your work.
What'd you get?
I got a 27.
Look at
27.
That's really
27,
good.
baby.
You there at first, you instinctually your arms hurt and you go to like unwrap your bandages, but then at a moment when that happens, you stop yourself. Because you remember exactly the last time your arms hurt in this exact pain. And the thought that comes into your mind now is, I have to wait.
I walk back down to the ship.
You walk back down. So, we'll jump over to the other crew as they are
He's tangled up in my
arriving.
headphones.
As they are arriving at the ship. The sun is starting to descend at this point when you guys make your way closer towards, the bottom of the ship. Or the bottom of the Leotha. And you descend your way on towards the ship. You see Tior as he sort of like gets up and he calls out and he says, "Oh, it's good to see from all of you. I have a lot of questions. I had saw that there was a storm that had occurred on top, and Leotha had spoken about a sort of stinging sensation on her back. She said she's good now, and so she doesn't feel anything, but what happened up there?"
So, do you know back home. How much do you know about a crow and mercenaries?
Oh, well, I know that there are a number of battalions that work for the Akroan royalty, and I mean,
Okay, so
I
do you
knew
know
some
these
back in
guys,
my
the
day.
armor of Argus?
Oh, Argus.
Or
Argus.
Cateus Argus?
Oh, I don't know Cateus Argus, but I do know.
He's irrelevant.
Pardon?
Oh, that was I coughed. It's fine. Mimi didn't
Sorry.
say shit.
Who?
I know Orestes Argus.
Who's Orestes?
He in my time when I was much younger, Leonin, he was a rather prolific general of the Akroan army. I believe he still speaks and advises to the Queen Regent to this day. But he's definitely up in his older years, I imagine. I heard he had a son, so perhaps this is the Cateus that you speak of.
Would I know who Orestes is?
Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Oh, yay! Okay. Hawk. Okay, thank God for advantage. 14?
You have a vague memory of your mother mentioning him in passing. When your mother was very young, correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that she had a lot of suitors.
Yeah.
I've
so,
seen pictures of her. Yes, I'm one.
so
I'm one.
so Orestes was a suitor that she had spoken about before, but not. But she had talked about it in a way of like he seemed nice, but he was not very funny. And he was a very sort of he wasn't a fun person to be around. He was kind of just a very boring type of guy, but he was I think that's all you would really know about off of that history check.
That's awesome.
Next time we see him, we gotta tell him his dad sucks.
Oh my
too.
God. Wait. Okay, so back in the day, wait, so that's Cateus's dad?
I'm most likely if Cateus his name is Cateus Argus, then he could be the son of Orestes Argus.
He was into my mom. What? And
Your
then his son
Ericton.
goes
Oh.
and stands up my sister? I'm gonna kick his ass.
Guys, I think Dale just
The
found
hell
his
does this
life
run in the
benefit.
family?
Let's go. Feel it, Deo, feel it.
Feel your
Just let it
feelings.
let it seep through you. This is great.
Let the hatred burn.
Anyway, that asshole,
Uh-huh.
Cateus, he's the one responsible for bringing his battalion over here, and they stabbed the dragon turtle. They were trying to take advantage of the temple.
He got so upset about the future that he saw.
That's it, the
He saw
siphon.
something. He saw something that he didn't think was correct and that he didn't like it, so he was going to use his siphon to try and get something else out of it. Clearly it
I don't
didn't
understand how
work.
that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Clothis is a god. What kind of pride does this dude have?
Well,
Too much.
that sounds
Yes,
quite the
dads, apparently.
quite the rousing time. Where is Solstice?
She just needs some time to herself. It was difficult in there. We just need to wait for her. She just needs time to herself.
All right. Well, then we will await for her arrival. But
I'm
Go.
here.
I'm
oh,
gonna wait in the
oh,
grass.
Solstice! Oh, goodness! Didn't see you there. Oh, did you do something with your hair? It looks different.
Oh my god!
I did.
Looks lovely.
What happened? You got no hair!
Ellie. Ellie,
Did you-
Can I elbow the fuck out of Deo for that?
Everybody just stop bombarding her with questions.
Yes, you look great.
Someone cut it?
I did.
The whole
Does
time
it look
Vesi's gonna be
bad?
standing there just staring at Deo, just like, you dumb, sweet summer child. Like, it's amazing.
I,
and if
um,
you
It
need me to help
looks
clean any of it up, I
great.
can always. Yeah, it looks really good. And if you want me to help clean up any of the bits that look a little uneven, I can always do that for you.
that would be really nice. Thank you.
You know, sometimes after like something intense, you just need a fresh cut.
It frames your face. It
just figured
accentuates
that
your
once.
horns. I love it.
Thank you, Epixie.
You're welcome.
Is that what you say in your world? Is when something happens, you need a fresh cut? Is that what you say?
Yes.
Hair?
Yes, so like
At
one
least
time
that's-
I had a little bit of a fling, it didn't work
Oh.
out, like, and I was really invested, they weren't, and you know, I just needed to feel like myself again, and I needed to feel like, you know, comfortable in my skin, so I got a new haircut, and so that it helped, and so, you know, sometimes you need a fresh cut, like a new haircut.
So did it?
Girl
did I-
thing.
Did I do it wrong?
No, you did
I
it
have to have a
perfectly.
fling to do it first?
No,
No,
it
you don't
can
have
be
to
any
have a
reason,
fling.
Oh. Okay.
but you did it perfectly.
I do enjoy much of this conversation, and Solstice there does look very nice. I do not mean to interrupt, but the vision.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Before I forget. And she, like, you know, like, shifts the staff to one side. She pulls the letter out and hands it over and be like, make sure you get in touch with that person later. We did get the answers, though, just with a different... Here, take...
Wait,
You
Vesi, what the hell did you
You
use?
see Tiort grabs it, he looks at it for a second, he says, Vesi, you did not have to do this. This
It's okay. It's okay. We got the answers that we need. We got what we need. Don't worry about it. You can't go back now.
You
You were
use.
far
Tell me
kinder than I could ever ask anybody to do. Thank you.
Pardon on the talk of compliments. Deo, you were there. You watched me use the necklace. So, what we saw,
Who's it paying attention?
Yeah,
What? Yes.
we saw like a triton, like a guy that was smithing, put in like a dead carcass, like a giant kraken carcass.
Did it look? Tell me, did this Triton? Did he have a sort of like a sort of bronze necklace around his chest?
Dan, it has been 3 weeks.
He did.
You did.
I was like, that's an excellent question.
Damn, Tyler.
He did.
He did.
The desperation just. Oh, man.
He had the bronze. Apparently.
I see.
Are
Well,
you familiar with this man?
I am familiar. I have not met
I
him
knew it.
personally.
Look to Epixie.
Yes.
But his name is Dalakos. He is a renowned inventor, perhaps the greatest inventor in all of Theros.
And he works out of a kraken. Like, he couldn't afford some real estate?
Well, it's a rather sordid tale. This kraken, when Dalakos was young, in his sort of early years, he had was part of this small Triton village under the sea, and this kraken was threatening to destroy it. And Dalakos had prayed to the gods, and being a craftsman himself, Perforos had reached out and blessed Dalakos with grand crafting skill like any other. And Dalakos had went away to build a weapon that he could use to defeat this kraken. However, Dalakos was a rather perfectionist and was working tirelessly to perfect this weapon. But in his efforts of making the weapon and being unsatisfied, the kraken had destroyed his village.
Oh, no.
And he was left with nothing, but he enacted his revenge on the kraken, and I guess in a guise of retaliation, he had since repurposed this said kraken to be his eternal workshop along the Siren Sea.
That's horrible.
It's badass.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a rather lonesome fellow, but he is often takes any opportunity that he can get to help others in need.
Do you know where we might be able to find him?
I do know where his workshop can reside along the sea, so we can make our way. It will take some time. I'll have to sending some people across back to the mainland to get some more concise answers, but we can find it and we can make our way to him.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Well, I imagine that you all would are in need of some rest. So, as night descends, I'm happy to take the reins on sailing out. I will make the necessary adjustments that we need, and we will be on our way.
Sure.
Thank you, Tyr.
What time of day is it?
It's the sun has just set, so it's probably 6 p.m.
I think Mimi goes to bed. Mimi got 15 hit points left out of 130. Mimi goes to bed. If it's all the same to you guys, I think I'm done for the day.
That's a very fair thing.
I hope you have a lovely sleep.
Yeah, you definitely deserve it.
You've got a little something everywhere.
That's a... She'll wash up first a little bit. Red and green goes together really well. It's very festive.
Before you go, Vesi, I gave you some totems. Do you still have them? They're little
I have your stuff as well.
I made these little trinkets while we were on our way here. I wanted to give them to you all. They are made out of the tooth of the first monster we fought together.
Oh.
And all of them are these little willow tree emblems, kind of like the one I used to have. And I made them each for one of you. They don't have any cords right now, but that's what.
This is
Can I?
perfect. I needed another necklace, and this one holds all the more sentimental purpose.
Do I notice that Solstice does not have her willow anymore?
Give me a
her willow
perception
necklace?
check.
So I'm trying to do this with a dog in my lap. Reed, you're not being helpful, buddy. I love you though.
I have a sleeping rat in my armpit.
And I don't think a 10's gonna do it.
I think you only noticed the haircut.
Gotcha. And it looks so damn good. I'm about to make new Solstice fan art. But like I'll very gratefully take the little totem. I'm trying to remember if I wear a necklace that I could just like sling it on. But if not, I'll just keep it in a little bag. Where it's safe.
Yeah, Epixie gives you a big hug, and then she is gonna spend the evening actually braiding the charm into like a little section of her hair.
Love that.
I don't need a necklace for it. I'll keep it right here.
That's cool. Deo's gonna do the
You want
same
me to do it to
thing.
you?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah!
We could do a braid line.
Here,
And I
yeah,
sit
use
behind
like this
you.
one.
Okay.
That's. I'm gonna hop in that line. I'll go to bed later. I want this braided into my hair.
Nobody
is
sit in
just
front of me. I don't know how to do it.
This is the best sleepover ever.
And I braided it to your hair.
And then
Solstice, this
I'll
is
sit behind
rad.
Epixie and braid her hair.
I'm glad.
I want to wear
like-
more bones.
I'll keep that in mind. I walk. To go for it.
No, I was just gonna say I love that Deo sentimental gift followed by I want to wear more bones.
That's how you know you got the right gift for a person.
Yeah.
Say that phrase.
I smile at everyone and sort of blow them all a kiss, and then I'm gonna climb up into the crow's nest and sort of
As
curl
we're
up.
getting into this little braiding chain, and like, can I, before you go, just be like, did you make one for yourself?
No.
That's. Well, do you want? You can have mine. Like, that's it. It means so very much that you would make me something, but
I made each of them different. Yours is unique.
you are just the sweetest thing. Well, next thing we kill, I'll make you something out of its bones.
Oh, I like this tradition.
Hey, it's lucky that it wasn't that dude. I'm about to make you a bowl.
Oh, no.
Make you a necklace out of his teeth if I can find him.
I have one of those in my home game. I have a bracelet made of a fucking dude's teeth that we killed. He was an NPC that we liked a lot, but we accidentally got him killed.
Oh my god.
I don't think
In
I would do that for
memoriam.
someone I like.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe I'm different, but
not
holy
right.
shit.
It's my little
My
barbarian.
ghost would cry.
Damn.
I love you all. And then I go
We love you too.
up into the crow's nest.
I'm gonna gently sit the staff down at the bottom where you climb in and out of the crow's nest so that if she wants it in the middle of the night, she can get it. And then I'm gonna immediately go hunting for like a crate or something that clearly people won't care if it's missed, so that I can carve a tiny little like symbol of Thassa as like an in return sort of thing.
Nice.
I don't have a bone, okay? I got a crate that once held milk that we no longer have.
Oh, milk is the most sentimental.
my
Wood
milk.
is tree bones.
Actually, we do still have it.
Sorta.
It's
Yeah,
still
it's
there.
like cultured
What is tree
yogurt
bones?
now.
Oh, it's cottage cheese.
Yeah.
I'm asleep now.
That is so sweet. Awesome. Is there any other lines of business that anybody wants to do before they head to bed for the long rest?
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Epixie just spends a little bit of amount of time before she goes to bed on working on Mimi's requested fan myth that I'm working on.
Hell yeah.
Deo's
I'm gonna
gonna
give you so much
help
gold.
for like a bit before bed. he's gonna make one addendum, like as a little note, and just gonna say like suggestion, Cateus carcass. Just call him that forever.
Cut to Vesi at 2:00 in the morning, just like.
Carpet.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so
middling,
cool.
writing fan fiction, normal girl activity.
I love it.
It's so cool.
And pass the fuck out.
And someone passed the fuck out.
Awesome.
And someone cut their hair. That's a sleepover.
What else could you need?
What else could you need? So, as you all head to sleep for the evening, perhaps some of you are inundated with a restful sleep, and others may engage in fantastical dreams. Solstice, you find yourself drifting into your trance. And as you do, you find a familiar smell. A smell that you have not smelled in a long time. It resembles that of almost like a mixture of rust and certain chemical smells, all sort of melding into one. And sorry, I glanced at the chat for what Maddie had written.
I also laughed.
I tried not to
Throw
say
out
anything
my
to not
thoughts.
distract you.
Look, if you didn't do it, I would have.
And as you open your eyes, you find a chamber, this dimly lit bronze chamber. And then you look and you see that there's this greenish water that rises up to just to your ankles. And you see, filling the chamber itself, this green smoke that filters and moves around. You feel a tinge in your arms. And before you see anything, you see ripples moving towards you, as if something else is moving in the water. And you do not see at first, but a voice echoes out. My sweet, sweet Solstice.
Lexi, cover your ears. This is scary.
It has been too long.
Sita?
That, indeed, was a name I first gave you. But I should perhaps be a little more honest. And as she says that, you see slithering forward with the lower half of a snake's body, you see a resplendent green-skinned woman covered in these bronze accoutrements. And as she slithers forward, wearing it in her chest, there's this open hole, and then emerging out from this hole are these two bronze snakes that coil and move around. And as she strides forward with a kilnks in her hand, which is this elegant cup. This cup is what's pouring out the green smoke within the room. And as she glides
Sorry,
forward,
Reed just smacked his head. Sorry.
it says, Sweet, sweet Solstice. I am so sorry I had lied to you before. I was afraid, or rather, afraid of my older sister.
Your older sister? Who's your older sister?
Nylea.
Oh no.
She is so sweet. She had cared for you, looked after you when you were lost in the woods. But I remember...
Who are you? Who are you?
I have many names, but the one that was first given to me, Farrakha.
Hello, Farrakha?
Hello. I know this is not what you had expected. I know Zeta
really.
was a more comforting visage. But I thought it best to be more honest with you.
I appreciate that.
I remember.
What is it you'd like to say?
Do you remember when we had first met? You were so angry. You had begged and begged Nylea to find your name for you. She said that that is a hunt for you.
Yes, I remember.
Do you remember how I told you that you were so afraid of being alone? And I said that you would never have to be alone.
You did. And now I can't take this cloak off you.
No. I will be honest. I have waited long. Nylea hasn't done much to find your name.
No, she hasn't.
But you made a difficult choice today.
I
Didn't
did.
you? Yes. You have seen where your name resides. A room
Yes.
full of statues, no?
Yes. You know where it is.
Yes.
Where is it?
It is on an island.
Where?
Ooh. Out within the Siren Sea. And I can tell you where. But you must do something for me.
What do you need me to do? I want to go home. Tell me what I need to do.
It's very simple. I have my vipers. And you see the 2 bronze snakes begin to coil around her arms.
Yes, you have your vipers.
Toxin. You see one rears its head, and she says, and Cure. And the other one rears its head.
Hello.
And you see both of them sort of coil around her kilns. Once they do, they unearth their fangs and rest at the edge of the kilns. And you watch as this bronze liquid seeps out from their fangs. And once it hits the kilns, the smoke that is emanating out of it starts to dissipate. And instead, the smoke sort of bellows out, and you see this bubble that forms right on towards the top. I want you to continue on your journey. All I ask is for every person you meet from henceforth, you shake their hand.
That's it?
That's it. In trusting you with this, I can also help refine your magic. Perhaps tailor it so that you may be more experimental, we'll say.
Why would I want that?
Well, the magic from Nylea has not gotten you much in finding your name. But this will certainly give you a striking edge in finding it. What do you say, Solstice?
I put out my hands. Is she handing me something? Or
She takes her clawed hand and gently holds it under yours. Do you do your right hand or your left hand?
I do my left hand.
You give your left hand. She asks you once. Do you accept? And now I'm going to ask you, Nick, because I know that we had talked about this potential change. So if this is something that you want, you are welcome to do so.
About to become a warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it.
We don't have any other warlocks, so.
Yeah, there's definitely not another warlock, so you're good. Go for it.
Yes.
You see Farrakha as she says, "Excellent." She has her kilns and pours it over your hand. And if you'll allow me, I would like to suggest a cosmetic change to your left hand.
It's about to get spooky.
Yes.
Your left hand, as the this greenish, bronzish liquid hits it. It wraps around your hand, and the wraps that you have wrapped around your hand begin to uncurl themselves. And below, you see those early marks of where that cloak has sort of latched itself onto your body, making it impossible to remove. And as it has landed on your hand, you watch as your nails grow into slightly elongated claws, and your hands begin to shimmer and scale similarly to that of a snake, as you have slight greenish scales around just on your left hand.
Okay. Just on my left hand.
Just on your left hand.
That's cool as shit, bro.
And
So
she says,
my nails are
slightly longer.
Oh. She's gonna be doing like the.
And
Whenever I get my nails done.
you see Farrakha, she looks and says, "From henceforth, every person you meet, shake their hand with the left. And that's all. You do that, and at the end of your journey, I will tell you the island where your name resides."
okay.
Marvelous. Sleep well, Solstice. And you awake the next morning out of your trance. So, jumping back.
That's so cool.
I'm so sorry. We were throwing a whole fit that whole time under my desk, so I promise I was trying to focus, but at the same time, I'm like, what do you want?
Wonderful.
What have I
Solstice. You're no longer
I'm so
a druid.
excited.
Okay.
If you want to share with the audience, you're welcome to share. But I will leave that to your discretion if you want.
Are
to.
you multi-classing or are you fully switching?
I am a full-on hexblade.
Oh.
Yo!
X-Blade. What a
That's
switch.
awesome.
Also exciting, I have a quesadilla.
Wow, what class does that make you?
Paladin.
The next day, you all awake. As having a long rest, fully regained all of your spell slots, your health, all of that lovely bubbly stuff. Reinvigorated for the bright new day ahead as you are making your way. Tierra said that he's already making plans to try and coordinate with some other people that he knows to try to find Dalakos' location. And he's busy at that, and he's also piloting the ship. So I'll quickly ask everybody, what do they all do at the start of their day?
I want to go find the milk keg and sadly discover that I cannot drink it anymore.
You go and turn the knob, and as you do, it does not pour out elegantly. It instead...
Do it, Dan.
It instead, like sludge, seeps its way out slowly.
You'll give warnings for what you think is scary, and then you'll just say that. Christ!
If Pixie just stares at it, closes up the keg.
No.
And then
No,
she
okay.
goes up. She goes up to the deck and just dumps it in the ocean. And she's just gonna sit looking out at the water like this for a
That's
while.
almost as bad as what PP did. You just killed all the fish.
Oh,
Yep.
Deo, what are you getting up to in the morning?
Good question. Think He's gonna start making a habit of wearing the amulet under his armor. He'll probably try to hammer out a few more of the dents in it.
Yeah.
Just to see. And he'll probably be exercising on the top deck.
Rock and roll.
Push.
Vesi, what are you getting up to?
She's up early and looking very blurry-eyed because she was up half the night carving a tiny little symbol of Thassa. But she's sitting at the bottom of the crow's nest, sitting there just kind of going like the very blank eyes half open, just waiting. And whenever Solstice does come down, she's going to give her the pendant, but I'm going to let Nick decide when Solstice does come down. So otherwise, though, she's going to kind of like hover around Deo and just kind of wait for the prime opportunity to use or create water just to start making it rain, but only on him.
Damn.
God, I love this rivalry.
This brightens Epixie's mood when she notices it down the way a little bit. And she's not as grumpy about her milk.
Yeah, she's sitting like cross-legged on the front, like on the deck, just kind of like
rock and roll. Mimi.
Tank top and just kind of wring out some of the water.
One of the things is gonna have to wait until Solstice comes down. But then other than that, I want to find Epixie on the deck and just... Did you sleep well last night, darling?
Yeah, I slept fine. There's something wrong with the milk.
That's... show me, what do you mean?
You don't want to see it. It's
Is it haunted?
solid.
Oh, that's worse. And
I'm gonna start saying milk is haunted instead of spoiled.
It's haunted.
It's haunted.
If it did have a ghost, it is not there anymore.
It's lost its soul. Don't fret, darling. I'll take care of it, and I'll go down and...
doing that. You just watch her go.
But yeah, whenever Solstice gets up, I'll find her like later after like Vesi and all that, because you're waiting at the foot of the stairs, being like, whenever this bitch comes down, I'm ready. I just picture you like.
I guess I wake up.
You
Yeah.
have a line.
All of this shit is happening below.
Yeah.
I smell the milk.
Yes, that's what wakes you up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I kind of I look over the edge and I of the crow's nest and kind of like just, I wave with my right hand. I'm going to tear I'm not sure I've had sleeves, but I think I have. I'm going to tear a little bit of my right sleeve and wrap it. Do I still have my bandages? Can I cover? Is it possible to cover my left arm?
If you wanted to take the remainder of your bandages and cover your left arm completely, you are welcome to do so.
Okay. I'm going to cover my left arm completely, leaving my right arm bare. And I will climb down the crow's nest. What is that wonderful smell?
Oh, honey.
It's the milk. It's gone.
Who threw out the milk?
It needed to go. It's okay.
Why did it need to go?
It had gone solid.
Does that mean you can't drink it anymore?
Do we have to? Have you ever had milk?
No.
What?
Oh.
I mean, in the Feywild, we don't really have, I guess, this kind of milk. I sort of assumed that it wouldn't really go bad.
I put my hand.
Wild then.
Because it's of life, yeah.
I put my hand on Solstice's shoulder and I say,
milk?
You don't have to shape the milk anymore. It holds its own. Excuse me, I need to process this. And I walk over to like the front of the
Made a
ship.
Pixie feel bad.
As
How did
Deo's
I make
asking what
Pixie feel bad?
as Deo's asking what other kind of milk there is, Vesi's gonna lean over to him and be like, "In the Feywild, they milk the beetles. It doesn't go bad. Takes like
That
20
sounds like
beetles just to get
bullshit.
one glass."
I need
Next, you're gonna
everybody.
tell me they milk almonds.
I need everybody to please give me a perception check.
Okay. Vexy, you're too
These
sleepy,
just sound like
homie.
my
Oh, God.
roommate conversations in college.
Whoa!
I got a nat 20.
Fantastic.
Got a nat
I got-
one, so as all things should be.
Hey.
I got a 9.
Vessi, what'd you go?
5.
25. Mimi,
Yeah, we're too busy being
13.
shitheads.
13.
I'm middle of the way, baby.
So Epixie and Vessi, both of you are the first to notice. The sky is clear. It is a bright and beautiful day. The waters are calm. And as you look out towards the horizon, you start to notice that there is sort of like what appears to be like a large line that is moving forward. And slowly and surely, you realize very quickly that it is instead a large wave that is coming directly to the boat. I'm going to put up a timer on the screen for you guys. You will have 5 minutes to figure out what you want to do. Starting
Great.
now.
Oh,
We gotta
Whoa.
turn
Terrible.
around. We gotta turn around. That's a big wave.
You can't
What are
turn
you ta-
around. You can't outrun it.
What are you talking about?
There's
Oh,
a wave.
how tall is it? can't tell.
Big.
Taller
Big,
than
you know?
me.
It's bigger than the boat.
Yeah, taller
Oh.
than
Shit.
like 10.
Can we turn the
of a
boat?
pixie.
I'm trying to check if I have shape water, and I don't know if that's something as a water
I
No,
genasi.
if
used
you
to.
if you turn a boat sideways, it capsizes.
Shit. Tior, I'm gonna run up to the wheel, and I'm just gonna like, sorry, Tior.
What's
push him
happening?
Out of the way. And just...
He says, a
Big
wave!
wave.
Don't go sideways. It makes the boat tip
I
faster.
turn the boat towards the wave.
Okay,
You have the
that's
boat turning towards the
Force
wave.
again.
The wave is getting closer and closer with each passing second.
Which side is the wind coming from?
The wind's coming from the south.
The wind.
Yeah, the south.
Oh, the wind is coming from the south, and the
Yeah.
and the wave is.
Coming
To the
from
north?
to the west.
Oh fuck. Okay, nautical
What?
shit. I'm gonna turn
Uh,
away from the wave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm turning away from the wave. So that the back of the boat is to the wave.
This is a milk
can't
curse.
you guys shape water or anything and make it like a little smaller?
I'm going to cast. As soon as the wave approaches, I will cast Cone of Cold. From the back of the ship
Mm-hmm.
onto the wave.
Rock and roll.
Yes.
All right, that's one. Is anybody else doing anything? You got 3 minutes left.
Dear paper, this may be the last you hear from me. I hope that wherever you are, it's nice, because I'm coming.
You get a response back that just says, "I'm hoping for the best."
Thanks.
Cool.
I just punched you
I'm-
really hard. I don't know boats.
Mimi, help me out with this. I'm gonna start moving some of the cargo boxes if we're facing away from the wave to the back of the ship
Okay.
to hopefully start evening out the weight if it happens to turn up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start helping with that.
Okay.
The best that
Yeah.
I can do, because I don't have shape water, I thought that was something Genasi's got, but I guess not. Instead, I just get created.
Make the wave bigger.
I'm gonna cast spiritual guardians.
Mm.
Like all of my little Thassas again are gonna go swimming out, trying to basically like poke holes into the water as it's getting closer to maybe try to disperse it.
Ooh.
That's smart.
Okay. Very nice. 2 minutes left. Anybody else?
Epixie is literally useless in this situation. I have like
Hey.
a hold person and stuff. That doesn't help.
At least you have magic,
Once
dog.
we get
I have
more
a
of
knife.
the cargo to the back, like I'm pretty much gonna defer to oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Who's the captain?
Tior?
Dior.
I kept wanting to say Thassos, and I'm like, that's sexy, man. And so I'll defer to Tior and be like, what do you need with the sails? And like, essentially, if he's directing, like, try to like turn the sails, or like, I don't know, I pull on the rope real hard to make the ship not fall down.
You see Tior just says, any help that we can get to redirect the sails, let's do it.
So anything he tells me to do, I'm doing.
Cool. Anybody else? 1 minute left. Last little things. Otherwise, it'll skip ahead to the end. 58
I don't think
I
I
yell
have
at the
anything.
wave to go away.
I'm scrolling through all my features. I can't find anything that helps.
No.
Am I good at dolphin shit?
I can't do two things, right?
You can do a couple of things. You got 40 seconds left.
I would like, it's probably not going to work, but I would like to try to divine intervention and call for Thassa to split the wave.
Ooh.
Hey, go for it.
Oh shit.
Oh god, I have to roll a 10 or below on
Oh,
a
God.
percentile.
Let's go, roll low.
Oh, come on.
I need you to do this. I need you to help me here. Come on, I'm rubbing this on
15
your
seconds.
little butt. Oh god, oh god. No,
10.
74.
There you go. You reach out. But could not find anything. 6, 5,
I take
4,
a deep
I have
breath.
elegant
3.
courtier. I have very good charisma. I
Two.
tell it to go away.
You enact your plans, angling the ship correctly. Once you do, each of you, Vesi casting the spiritual guardians to poke holes in it, Solstice, cone of cold, getting the ice up on it, trying to break up the water as much as you can. You are able to break it up enough as the ship is lifted up towards the top of the wave. Rough. I need everybody to please give me a dexterity saving throw if they could be so kind.
Oh, God, I'm good
God.
at those.
Oh, Bexy, you want to roll it for me, sweetie? Good girl. Oh, well, that's maybe not
Which
as
one
good
do
as
I
I would
roll?
want.
14.
14.
22.
22.
Jesus Christ.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Finally!
Natural 1 plus 2,
No.
but natural 1.
Vesi.
8.
8.
Beast.
So Vesi and Mimi are flung off of the ship as this happens. Each of you are able to get standing and grab hold of the ship. But both Mimi and Vesi fly up. Once that happens, you all expect to like fall either back onto the ship or into the water. But you watch as this spout of water rests underneath both Vesi and Mimi, and then guides you back towards the ship magically. Once that happens, you see bursting out from the top of behind the wave. You just see this humanoid figure leap out and then land right on the top of the deck. Once that happens, it passes on the rogue wave, and this figure stands up. You see this elegant Triton woman wearing resplendent undersea armor. And she has this massive bident by her side as she twirls it in her hand and slams it down. She rears up. She has that sort of like purplish Triton skin, but have you guys like seen like angelfishes or know what they kind of look like? Her fin waves much like an angelfish and flows behind as she stands up, turns around and looks at all of you, and she says, "My apologies, this was the wrong ship. And that is where we're going to take our break. We will take a quick little break, and we'll jump right back in. So go ahead.
Oh
use the
no,
restroom.
she's hot.
No, she's
I
hot.
don't even get to see her. I'm on the side of the boat.
Oh no. I have to
I'm gay.
introduce
This is
myself.
homophobic. I didn't get to look at it.
Shit.
So, well, Mimi and Vesi, you guys had landed safely on the boat from this water that had magically placed you back onto the boat.
I thought we were still just hanging on. I'm like, I want to see her.
But so we'll take our break. Go ahead, use the restroom, get snacks, do whatever you gotta do. We'll be back in a few. So don't go away and find out who this mysterious woman is that has landed.
Who is
right
this
on the
woman?
ship.
Okay.
She's hot. We'll be right back. Boy.
See you soon.
Still writing down notes.
Or to break it up.
Is she?
And we are back with the chubby belly and all.
Best little way.
Chubby rat
Come back.
tummies.
Yay!
Little rat.
I love a
Hello.
chubby tummy.
Little rat
Hey,
baby.
leg.
That's a monster.
Your sassy leg
What's
again.
up,
Oh,
everybody?
Hello, everybody. Good
Hello,
to see
hello.
all of you once more.
Hello.
hi.
Welcome back to Misty Mountain
Hi.
Gaming. Jumping back into the edge of knowledge. Our crew here in Theros just had a strange Triton warrior-looking woman land on the ship and say, "I apologize, this was the incorrect ship." And she looks to all of you, and as she looks around, she spots, and then she notices and locks her eyes with you, Vesi, and just says, "Vesi Aquino?"
Quickly, I like to picture, even though Mimi and I landed softly, that we're still in a pile somehow on top of each other.
Yeah.
So, like, from under Mimi, laying flat back on the deck, she just like,
I'm sorry that Mimi landed on top of you. Should have twice yourself.
Well,
That's just dog pile rules.
it is remarkable to see you here.
Who,
You know this lady?
do I actually know who she is or
Go
not?
ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. She's doing right now the thing of like, like,
You.
like
Hey, guys.
Now it's your turn.
Girl.
How are the kids?
That was
You
me
have
half
them.
the time at home.
Can you undo your bad streak? Did undo your bad streak. Good girl. Let's see. History. What do I have to add to history? Only a 2, so a not natural 20.
Hell yeah.
An unnatural 20?
Mm-hmm.
I think what you recognize instantly is the bident that she is wielding, which is often a weapon designated to champions of Thassa. So I think that is the thing that you notice instantly.
Okay. She's gonna run through like the mental checklist of like, she doesn't look like any of the people that my brothers dated, so I think it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
Does she?
that list? Yeah, it's one sec. She's gonna like and like get herself out from under me.
I am so sorry, and I'll like kind of get off of you.
It is.
The wrong ship. What ship are you looking for?
Well, there's a number of things. My apologies if she looks to all of you and she just says, my name is Alrin Sunagath. Alrin,
Bessie's
yes.
there. Bessie's there with a pen, just
Crucial.
right.
A-L-R-Y-N, and then S-U-N-A-G-A-T-H. Alrin Sunagath.
Wait, spell Synagogue again?
S-U-N-A-G-A-T-H.
Synagogue. Got it.
Synagogue.
My brain went sun goth, and I'm like, ooh.
I almost got
Synagogue.
it right. I was writing phonetically
Now
and I
that's an
almost got it right.
aesthetic. Sun god.
So
Make it happen.
Alrin
Make that happen.
looks to all of you, and she just says, my name is Alrin Sunagath. I am a champion and Oracle of Thassa.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
An oracle?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa.
I
Hi.
stepped towards her and I put out my hand.
Which hand?
My left hand.
Oh. Hello.
Which
She
hand?
she extends and she shakes it. She just says, "Pleasure to meet you. Your name?"
My name is Solstice. It's nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. And,
Take my hand back real quick.
Yeah. And All of you. I mean, I know of you, Vesi. Our Lady of the Sea has spoken of you a couple of times.
She's there just like,
You on her radar?
Thassa cares for all, not only just denizens of the sea itself, but those who are devout worshippers, and Vesi is one of them.
I feel like this is if like Taylor Swift like talked to her friends about Maddie.
Yeah.
like, you know that like that meme of like the cat with the knife at it, like that's like Bessie's looking back to you guys just going.
That's very, it's very sweet of you. Alern. Is it Alern or
Alrin.
Alrin?
Alrin?
Alrin.
That's very sweet of you, Alrin. What brings you here?
Well, I had mistaken your ship for another, and I believe the other may have gotten away from the time being, most likely in the opposite direction. So I apologize.
Excuse me.
Are you looking,
Yeah. What?
Are you looking for Cateus? What are you sent after Cateus?
That name does not ring any bells. But what I do know is that the banner consisted of, I believe it is a 6-pack.
No, you can't. Yeah, it's. Am I thinking of the right guy?
Are
You're looking for a boat like ours, right?
Similar, yes.
No,
Then
that's
you're
their
looking-
symbol. The
then
armor
you're
of
looking
Argus. His stupid abs.
Yeah, I believe it's a little bit bigger than yours, or at least this boat, or at least I think. It's hard to tell.
It's a bigger.
Guys, he's not
Damn
looking. She's not looking for like our other group of people. is
Do
she?
you?
But they didn't have a
any
banner
idea-
like that.
I don't think we saw their ship.
Not sure.
Do
No,
you
it
guys-
was in the harbor.
Oh.
Yeah, they left with
I mean,
us.
we haven't
But do
seen
you
it
have
since
any
we left.
idea of a person on the ship that you are looking for, or just do you have a vision of the ship?
To my knowledge, there was an individual that had harmed one of the creatures of the sea. I think she
We know
is
your
guy. Seems our paths have crossed in that endeavor, but as I suspected, because I saw 2 ships sailing away, and I chose to follow one. I was mistaken, so my apologies on that.
Oh, you're absolutely fine.
Yes.
Can't believe
The
your
other
ship
guy.
is bigger.
If you get
Hey, it's
there,
not about to be. It's
you
about to be
find him-
under.
if you find him, his name is Cateus Argus. Make sure that everybody remembers that name because he got angry. The cloth didn't show him what he wanted to see.
He's got
So
an
then he
attitude
tried
issue.
to harm the dragon.
And he's stinky.
I see.
We also, he has like, if you need to pick out the exact one, like there's a little guy with like a bunch of scarves on. He seems okay, you know, but like the one with like the long flowing hair, but like a chunk of it that's like chopped off thanks to Mimi. That's your guy. That's
He
who you
deserved it.
Yep.
Also, if
need.
there's a
Don't his
centaur,
crew. Yes, the centaur. She only acted under what he told her to do. She didn't. Oh, I'm throwing hot chocolate all over the room. She didn't actually. You know, like she's okay.
Well, this is all very helpful and a lot of information to take in, but I greatly appreciate it.
Stop drinking the hot chocolate, you little
Before-
nasty.
So,
before you go, do you know of someone named Dalakos and where we might be able to find him?
Delicus I'm familiar with.
We're looking for him. And,
We just came from Clothes's temple, and apparently we have to find him.
I see. I would love to help, but I am extremely busy. I have several tasks from looks over Our Lady of the Sea.
Get that bag, girl.
She had enacted. Tell me, what brings you out here, out into the Siren Sea? Is there anything that you are heading towards? Is it just Dalakos himself? And you see Tior, as he pipes up, he says, "Yes, we are simply just looking to pay him a visit. Nothing more."
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nothing more.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
Kiki, honey, work your magic. You want to do it? Oh, Lord, Kiki. Fine. Throw it in the floor, why don't you?
She hopped up on that hot chocolate.
Yeah, you little turd. I told everybody this the other week, but Kiki has started doing, while I'm finding my thing to add to this, she started doing this nasty thing. She's like the grossest rat I've ever owned. She, when she's eating, will start farting to make new space for the food.
I mean, yeah.
She's such a little freak.
She's worse than Vex. Yeah, you are. Okay, that is a 24, because I have a very high insight.
Hell yeah.
You already knew that this was a lie, so what in particular are you trying to glean from Tior in this moment?
I'm trying to figure out, like, what his intent of just kind of, like, we don't want to tell anybody, or just, like, if there's... Basically, I'm trying to see if the intent here seems decent or just or good, or if it's a little more shady, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say you get a little bit of nervousness from him. Very slight. He's very good at hiding it. So that 24, you're able to kind of, like, see it. But I think what you kind of get from it is his nervousness is tinged to the fact that she had named herself an oracle. And that is what concerned him.
Okay, well, I don't want to make him nervous anymore, but also knowing that this is not only an oracle, but somebody of Thassa, and somebody so highly connected to Thassa, I'm just going to do another sending. I'm really mad that I can't take message because I got to keep using a spell slot. But I'm just going to send a sending message to her just saying, we are currently looking for him. We have other things we are looking for, but for right now, he is what holds the answer. And that's all I'm going to tell her.
You see that she smiles. You see her, so everybody sees her physically smile at Tior and says, "Whoa, that's certainly lovely to pay him a visit. You're Tior Stormmane, are you not?" And he says, "Guilty as charged. Yes, I should say it is not only that we are visiting Dalakos, that there are other matters that we are attending to, but a dangerous hydra or something, so I've got this band of heroes to aid me in this." And she, like, smiles and
that
she
was
says,
a straight up lie.
and she says, "Well, they all look extremely capable in this endeavor." You get a sending back without her skipping a beat, and she just says, "I would like to know more." And you see...
If only I could send one little sending back. It's just like, tea talk later.
And you see Allerin as she stands around and she just says, "Well, I do know the location of Dalakos, and I can point you in that direction." And see, Tior says, "That would be extremely helpful. Well, that is kind of you." And Allerin, as she goes, "Well, do not say kindness just yet. I'm happy to divulge this information, but I would need some assistance. As I had mentioned, I am on various missions for the Lady of the Sea. And we'll say that I have my plate quite full, as one does. If you all would be willing to help lighten the load, I'd be happy to send you to. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction of the famed inventor. CTO says, I think that sounds quite fair. What do you all think? And he gestures to all of you.
Vesi doesn't care what
From an
Vesi, yeah, she doesn't
Oracle
care
of
what
Thassa.
everybody-
Yeah.
She doesn't care what anybody else says. She's there just going. Like,
I think that sounds.
Epixie looks at Vesi and does the same, like,
That makes sense to me.
Fantastic. Well, as I mentioned, I have my plates full. So I would just need help with either one of these. The main things that I am working on are a couple. First things first, there have been reports at the island of Arcanitas that is... there were some strange visitors that had came to the island, and Thassa is suspecting that they are planning to do something with Arcanitas themselves. Anybody's welcome to make a history check on the island Arcanitas if they can glean anything from this, because she's going to talk assuming that you guys know all this information.
Oh boy.
21.
Nice.
Natural
Damn it, Maddie.
2021.
You said
Jesus Christ.
history?
History, yeah.
Oh, nat 1. Awesome.
oh my
But like my
God.
modifier
I got
is a
it.
2.
I got
Very
it.
nice.
Well,
A 12.
15.
So Vesi, you've heard of this island, but you've heard of it as like an island where there's like you know that there's like a prisoner of some kind on there. Deo and Solstice, I don't think that island comes to like you don't know anything about this island in
Solstice is not
particular.
from around here.
Epixie, you know
I've been
it's
wandering this world since I've been little.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you came here like last year.
Step off.
I didn't know that.
Epixie, you
You
know
know
that
about
this island is unique of the Draka Islands in that it is constantly in winter, and it is mostly made of ice.
Is
Are
that
we
the
gonna get a
cold
winter
one?
wardrobe?
It is the cold one. Or, sorry, she says it, not Tior. It is. Makes it up.
I just like that that's her voice.
Tior is also just really proud of Epixie for knowing that, and it's like, it
It
is.
is the cold one. Good job.
He's there with like complete surprise,
Uh.
like stroking the beard, just like
Indeed.
Mimi, on a nat 20. Arcanitas is the island of a story that is tied to Kyrnos. Arcanitas was an ancient blue dragon that had made a claim that he was in fact the Lord of Storms. And vastly
Kyrnos
more
will beat his
powerful
ass.
than Kyrnos. Being immune to both thunder and lightning, Arcanitas did not fear the wrath of Kyrnos, but Kyrnos had outsmarted him, being that he is the god of storms, enacted a immense blizzard on Arcanitas, and in fact froze him over entirely. So Arcanitas and his horde is completely frozen solid, changing his blue scales to icy white.
I need you to know I put Arcanitas as a poser for my notes.
Yeah.
I also like the chat message that says, "Did he say What is that?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas. Yeah. And she says,
State of
there's
Arkansas.
also there is a issue with this self-titled Harpy Queen She has been causing some troubles with several sailors, which Thassa isn't. She's unhappy with her actions, but Zene has thus begun crossing a line in that she has amassed herself a small school of sharks to aid her in whatever her endeavor is. In efforts of feeding these sharks, she has cut off the food supply for this nomadic Triton tribe.
That's cool.
Thus, that is one issue that Thassa wishes to be handled. The last is on this island Boratria. Recently, the volcano on Boratria had become active and had made, and is currently flowing. There are no citizens on the island, however. There are 2 ancient dragons that wish to stake claim as their home. And Thassa is concerned that if their arguments become violent, then it may prove consequences for the surrounding area.
Thank you.
I will do whatever it is that Thassa needs. So I'm going to let all of you choose what you feel the most comfortable putting yourself through.
Can I look to Tior and be like, I believe that you may oh frick, what was the name of the first island with the blue dragon? That's the one thing I've heard.
Arkansas.
Oh, yeah,
Arkansas.
Arkansas. But if I may, Tior, you may have a vested interest in Arkansas, as you may know the legends.
I do know the legends well. I'd even sailed past it once and had glimpsed at Arkansas's tomb. But I may be able to go there. I'm also happy to either, as I mentioned before, my powers or my connection to my magic has been severed for the time being. However, I am quite the charmer, and can certainly talk my way out of most situations, should they occur. So I would be happy to assist and help in whichever endeavor you choose not to go. And you see Alrin, she says, right, I think it's best that if I can handle one, and of course, if Tior, if you would like to handle one yourself, and then if the rest of you would like to handle the other, then that's all well and good.
Oh, we're all splitting up. Okay. I think.
So we have.
Tior, are you going alone?
We should send Tior, no offense, Tior, but without your magic, if all you can rely on is just, sweet words, we should send you to the least dangerous one.
So there's probably not Baratria, because that's where.
Yeah,
Although
Saga.
dragons do like to talk, I've heard. Most of them. Some.
I mean, if it's a disagreement, then he may be able to talk
Big
them out
old
of it.
ones.
True.
Yeah.
I'm able.
What kind of dragons are they, Alor?
One is a blue dragon, and the other is a red dragon. I should also mention, in Theros lore, those are the only 2 dragons that exist. There's no other types of dragons. There's a couple of special dragons, Arkansas being one of them. There are.
So there's not like chromatic and metallic. It's just the 2 chromatic colors. Okay, yeah.
The 2 chromatic colors, and then there's in lore. There's a couple of special ones, but. There's even one made completely out of ash, but that's a whole other thing.
You're, if possible, since you're when you've said that you're good with words, perhaps you could try to go to Boratria and broker a peace between the two dragons.
Absolutely. I'm sure figure out what the core of their issue is and find some type of resolution.
I want Tior to be my therapist.
Couples counseling.
Couples counseling. What does that mean, Epixie?
Oh boy. So, when two people love each other, but it's not working out, they go talk to someone else who's like a love expert.
We don't have that in the Feywild.
But I don't know if the dragons are in love. I thought they could just be friends.
They could be.
What? Real quick, Ulrin, do you know the name of these dragons?
She says, yes, one is Hippomenes, and the other is Heliodora. She said, and Tior's like, they did actually used to date, so that's actually, that might help.
Whoa. But hey then, it was perfect for sending you here if you already know who they are.
Well, that might, well, I'm happy to head that way to Bortria.
Heliodora sounds like a real... I bet she's
like
really
a
pretty.
princess, but a dragon.
Sounds like a princess dragon.
And you see Ulrin says, well, that just leaves whoever has went to the island of Arkantos or dealing with Zene, the Harpy Queen.
Well, question about the Harpy Queen.
Yes.
Is she just like out in open water flying around, or is she on an island?
There is a small alcove of rocks. Hard to truly call it an island. It is a small sort of like bundle of rocks that exist out within the Siren Sea. I know that she has crashed many ships in these crags. And her nest does roost there. But
we've had bad luck with creatures breaking ships before, so that's my only concern.
you see Ulrin says, well, I'm happy to transport you to whichever destination that you can go. I have something that can get you there, and all you would need is just, once you're done, you can make your way back.
So the boat's good.
I mean, that was my next question.
Yes.
So are we
So I
getting
guess...
the Harpy Queen, or do we want to deal with people who are trying to raise a dragon?
I am not sure. I mean, I'm not... I feel like harpies might be a little interesting to deal with, as I've heard their song dangerous, but and again, a dragon is pretty dangerous, I've heard, so either way, it's sort of
I wonder if I could loot any weapons off of the guys at our
We
campus,
need to get this
though.
poor boy a knife.
I really want some, man.
Dale,
I
have an idea. So if I think harpies are known to have treasure troves because they steal from people that they the ships that they wreck. So I'm pretty sure if you want something that's pretty valuable, maybe the harpies have it. Just saying.
Out of character, does anyone have like an opinion either way?
I want to go to the harpies.
That's right.
I kind of want to see Harpy Island.
my one concern about the harpies is that I think only Vesi could potentially do water breathing.
I don't have a spell to give you guys,
No.
but I can do it myself.
Right.
Deo can water breathe.
What?
I gave you that treasure, bro. That amulet.
Oh yeah!
Oh.
I
You
have
can
an
breathe in water.
artifact.
And you can breathe in like
Oops.
poison gas and shit.
I forget. Did I write that
You
in
attuned
my
to it.
inventory?
Oh, see, I need that so I can.
Frick,
do
I don't
this
have
with
it. That's why I
that.
forgot.
Here comes
I'm so
Daddy
sorry.
Good. Yeah, what is?
But that's my only
doing?
concern. But if y'all feel confident, I am willing to go wherever the group wants to go.
I'm cool either way, so I wanted to see if we had some actual like opinions instead of just like.
What is? Look
Yeah.
at
I
her.
think Harpy Island's pretty cool. Let's do it.
What are you
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nick,
That's
what
I
was
would
that
make
item
it.
called again?
The
Deo's
item
amulet.
description is the necklace of adaptation.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Is this a
Use
good
it well.
fit?
Gotcha.
Stretching out those
Is
feet.
this a good fit? Yeah, look at.
Well, I think Harpy Island. So... Oh, that's so cute.
Well, if we're all in agreement, I guess we'll head to the Harpy Island.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, as I mentioned, you are welcome to handle the situation however you see fit.
Thank you. You said you had a way to get there.
Yes. One moment. And as you see, she sort of like spins her bident in their hand, and it still has water dripping over it. But as she sort of like spins it, she then like holds it up into the air as it's like still spinning, and then she just sort of like blows on the trident, and as that happens, you see this like water bubble form off of it, and as it floats, hits into the side of the ship, and she just says, just from there, you'll enter inside the bubble. It'll stay active for about 24 hours, so it should take you to her little alcove, and from there, you should then be able to chat and discuss. You should be able to encroach upon the harpies.
Sounds.
I appreciate it.
Sounds okay. Thank you.
Of course. And he creates under the bubble for Tior and says, "Don't worry, I will speak to the dragons on what their manner is." And you see Olerin says, "I'll investigate the island of Arkansas." Well, I wish you all the best of luck.
Before she goes, can I kind of take her aside and ask, do you have perhaps some sort of small scrying stone that someone could talk to you with?
I do not. Why did you ask me that? Why would you ask?
It just seemed that one of my friends really connected with you somehow. I'm not sure how really.
Are you trying to get her number for Vesi?
Yes.
My God.
I am.
Hell yeah.
I'm not really sure. I just feel like maybe just in case we need any help.
I see. Well, I don't, but there is something that your friend, I'm assuming you're speaking of Vesi, there's something that her and I need to discuss after this endeavor.
Cut to Vesi on the other side of the boat doing her stretches, just. Like,
Right, I just want to let you know that she's really cool and she's really nice, and I think that you two will get along swimmingly. Sorry, I don't know if that was.
This is a wingman.
No,
was
it's
that offensive? I'm not quite
no,
sure. I mean,
no. It's quite clever. We all swim, so. It's hard to be an Oracle of Thassa and not know how to swim. It does not go well.
I would hope so. Yeah. Well, I hope you stay healthy.
I wish you safe travels as well.
Over the next 24 hours before we see you again.
I just wanted to. I don't know. Perhaps my friend's just really cool. Just hang out.
Your friend is well renowned and well respected by Thassa.
She is. Then you should hang out with her. Bye.
I just like to think throughout this, I just like to think throughout this whole thing of being like, she's so nice, and then like you look over and just be like Desi and Bayo just Vesi and Deo just slapping each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Solstice walks away, Pixie walks up and just goes, "Hey, I just want to give you a heads
Oh.
up in your travels. Yeah, sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yes.
There may be some unidentified floating milk out there in the ocean, and
Pardon?
you should avoid it. It's compact. But I just don't want you to touch it because it seems gross. That's all. Bye. And I walk off.
All right. Thank you.
This poor Oracle is having the weirdest interactions.
She'll
of
figure
her
it out.
life.
She's an oracle. It's okay.
Oh,
Maddie, I
no.
gotta tell you that I love every time you go into a Pixie's voice in my headphones. the like decibels just go.
I'm gonna walk up to Vesi, kind of just Deo, just give me a second. Hold on.
Oh, shut up.
Sorry, hold on. This is important. Like, life-changing. Okay, so I think I maybe said you personally. Like, I don't know, it looked like you sort of, I don't know, you got that kind of face, and your eyes were kind of like twinkly, so she wanted to talk to you after this, and I wanted to make sure.
I know what she wants to talk about. I'm aware of what she would like to talk about. I didn't know I had the face that twinkled other than like the face of destruction.
Oh, I just
So that's good to know.
So, yeah, you do. It's a pretty face.
I need to invent a thing like it takes like a screenshot or something of like the moment, like a camera.
Tier's like, what's a screenshot? Or what word did you just say?
Vesi, what are you talking about? What kind of weird? Okay.
Just having a moment, it's fine. But I wanted to give you this earlier, and she's gonna pull out the little charm that she carved. Ignore if it smells weird. I took it from the milk keg, because you like milk. But it's because you gave us all trinkets, so I gave you one of Thassa to keep you safe. I told you not to smell it.
It smells really nice.
That's a lie.
It smells so nice. Thank you so much. I don't have a rope, and I think my hair is a little short to braid it, but we'll keep it safe. Thank you. And I hug you really, really hard. Big hug.
She hugs you too, but she kind of like picks you up with it, like, you know, like that friend that does the hugs, which is funny because she's a lot shorter.
Can I
Oh my god, what are you doing?
We all just got shit to do, and like you know, there's like a whole mission, but like bonding.
D&D, but
can
bonding.
I just like low key like kind of wave Solstice over? Hello. You got games on your phone?
You wave her over, and Vesi just kind of like back down.
Oh, I would wait until you're done hugging. I recognize when I see a moment.
No, like imagine like Kiki is the one, like she just like sits her this way and then just turns her and pushes her that way.
I just kind of wink at you.
I know yesterday was hard for you. Or today? What day is it? Is it
Yesterday.
today? Yesterday. I can hardly keep track. That's Ellie can't. But, and I know you've had some changes. The hair.
Oh, yeah, it's, my hair.
And I wanted to give you something. And I want to pull out my journal and take one of the petals from my rose. And this is about to become the Beauty and the Beast rose because I'm gonna end up with 3 left. But I want to pull one of the petals from the rose and just place it in your hand and kind of like close your hand around it, like gently, because it's a pressed flower. And just be like, don't ever think you have to be one thing. Every piece of you is what makes you who you are. And every piece of you is worth loving. And so I'll leave her with that.
Are you going for the hot chocolate? Don't you dare.
I just saw a rat on a quest.
Thank you. That really means a lot.
I know it looks like just a piece of garbage, if I'm being honest.
No, it looks really, really beautiful. It's like a little nebula leaf.
I don't know if I've told you. I used to grow roses with my mother. That's not exactly what I'm known for, but that was the first rose I grew on my own. And even if you don't feel like it's your best foot forward, everything you make on your own is worth it. And there will be people who accept it, and there will be people who love it about it. I'm not good at all this mushy stuff, but I hope that it's a good reminder.
It is.
This poor lady who just hopped on our ship and we're like, we'll deal with your shit in a minute. We gotta get sentimental.
This whole time,
Yeah, pretty
Epixie's
much.
just like,
Yeah, the keg was like this big. The lid was gone, so it might have slipped out
God.
of the keg.
She did accidentally hit a wave at you guys, so
yeah.
yeah, she's not mine.
Yeah.
Did we explode the milk keg on that wave?
As a pixie is like going into this entire monologue about how the milk was, Vesi's just gonna walk over and just be like, and like loop her arms underneath Pixie's and just
It
her away as
wasn't
if she was on
always
like in a
solid.
cart.
I'm talking to you.
But, yeah, like she basically just walks up, like puts you over her shoulder and just goes.
All right. But yeah, look out. Bye.
Good God.
Alrin sort of looks at all of you and she just says, well, I must be off. Pressing matters. And she steps into a bubble of her own making and makes her way out. You see Tio as he looks and he just says, well, the ship is anchored for the time being, so we should be all set in that regard, but I will see you all on the other side, or I'll see you when we return.
Real quick, before anybody
Aye.
leaves, hold on.
And I'm gonna pull out some blank parchment and I'm gonna say, to whoever reads this note, this is not an abandoned ship. We're fine. Be back later. XO, Epixie. And I'm gonna go and
Smart.
like
friends.
stick it to the middle of the mast. Yeah, and then she's gonna think for a second, and in smaller writing add "and friends" and like a little smiley face.
Just in
Pixie,
case
the one-
anybody finds the boat, I want them to know we're good. That's
Vesi's,
all.
Not a
Vesi's
bad
gonna,
idea.
Vesi's gonna lean over to your ear and be like, also add like a PS that says, the ship is cursed. If you take it, you're gonna be cursed forever.
Hold on.
I take it
Really
off
smart.
the mast.
I
P.S.
picture like
on
you're
the
writing
back.
on Mimi's back, like using
Yeah.
her back as.
Yeah.
Mimi, come here.
Yeah.
At the bottom, because I wrote on the side really big, I say P.S. on the back, and then I flip it over and I say, if anyone, underlined, takes this vessel, you will be cursed upon this lifetime and the next. Beware. XO. Epixie
good.
and friends.
That's really good.
Okay.
And I put it back up on the mast.
I'd be horrified.
Nice.
We're safe. We're not gonna lose this boat. We're all good.
I mean, sailors are quite superstitious, so.
As you're doing that, Vesi's gonna line up a couple of bottles, like, as politically incorrect of a movie it is. Think like The Mummy. Like, she's gonna line up some bottles, like the organ bottles from The Mummy. And if you take this, someone's gonna come and suck you dry. Like,
Perfect.
Rock and roll. Do you guys step through the bubble?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we'll do that.
finally.
Beautiful.
Dave's gonna call out, "Thank you, your divine sidedness!" As he gets into the bubble. Looking panicked at the things that have occurred previously.
Rock and roll. So, you all teleport your way through. You find the bubble is taking you out on this sort of large outcropping, where ahead of you, far away enough that they don't notice you, but you are able to see a couple of things. A torrent of sort of just the tides moving in and out of this like very sort of like rocky cove. There appears to be sort of like this angling rock cliffside, and there appears to be like ruins of a building of some kind, most likely a lighthouse that has since been destroyed. You can only see like the ruined fragments of its base, but it's kind of just standing up. You can see perched up and broken into several pieces along this large rocky cove. You see the broken bits of a massive ship that has been torn to pieces and ripped asunder. You see as well, perched up on this tall rock is a massive nest. Thank you for the follow. You see this massive, what you would imagine to be a bird's nest, but it is sort of roosting this huge nest, so much so that you cannot see inside of the nest, the way that it is perched up on this rock, and the height of the nest itself from your location prevents you from seeing directly inside. And what you do see in the waters, moving and lurking about, are several massive great white sharks that are all moving and lurking about the waters. As that is happening, you also see up in the air and perched on several rocks around the cove, there appears to be dozens and dozens of harpies, all flying and looming about. You see several of them are perched up on rocks. Others of them are perched, flying in the air. And you see several of them are flying, going down into the ship, and then rising back out. And you see that they're carrying certain stuff. And then they are flying back towards the massive nest, going inside, dropping it there. And you see that pattern sort of like being continuously happening. You are all far enough away from everything that they do not see you. So, what would you all like to do?
I just realized I forgot my staff. Shit.
Well, you got a different way to cast spells now.
But I don't. Okay. But I don't have a weapon.
Oh, well.
Can I lean over to Vesi and be like, I don't... Forgive me if this is offensive or going too far. Can you talk to fish?
No. I mean, I don't know. Because I used to have a cute little beta fish and I could say his name and he'd like he could... But I don't know if he was actually hearing me or if it was just...
Because I know they're creatures of Thassa, so I didn't know if maybe that's like a line of communication, because...
I could always shout at them and we could see what happens.
Yeah, like
I mean,
we
I
could
think
tell the
anything
sharks,
reacts
like,
if you
you have
yell
no
at it.
masters except for Thassa.
Also, I hope that these ladies, like, I'm just hoping in my little heart that, like, they're as bad as the Valkyrie fights in the last God of War.
Yeah.
they're about
Hey,
to be cool.
Dan.
Yes.
But yeah, Bessie, I think you should yell at ID.
Like,
Oh.
but
I'll
after...
yell at the shark. Listen, I punched the shark before. It's fine.
What's up, Epixie?
You would.
This is more of a Maddie as the player question because they got me thinking with the talking to sharks thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have I have awakened mind. And the only stipulation is it's a creature that can understand at least one language.
Uh-huh.
Could that potentially work?
Sharks gotta talk somehow.
There's only one way to find out.
Okay. Apixie's gonna go over to Mimi and like tug on her skirt. Be like,
Hey, I did not
Yes,
mean
baby.
to eavesdrop, but I it might not work, but we could try the shark plan if you want to try it.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, and also, Solstice, you're one with the nature, like, are you
Oh,
able
yeah.
to speak to animals? I've known a few druids who could.
Vesi's gonna chime in and just be like, of course she can talk to animals. She's awesome.
Well, I don't have to worry about my plan then. You can do it, Solstice.
Well, no, it's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah, I'll say we have three.
I
Plans
could-
A, B, and C. Or
well, I
Alpha,
could-
Beta, and I don't know what the third one would be. And, like
Omega. I could try.
I mean, it's it's worth a try. So
If I will speak to
mean-
them telepathically, afterwards.
I love you so much, Maddie.
I guess I lean over the side and just kind of move my eyes back to the party without them. Well, I try to make it so that they don't notice. Nope, they're not talking to me.
Oh, that's too bad.
There must be rude then. Don't you worry, I've got this.
and you guys see Pixie go like this.
So so how close do you need to get to the sharks in order to do this?
Oh, 30 feet.
Okay, so if you're gonna be within 30 feet of the sharks, I'm gonna need a stealth check if you don't want to be noticed by the roosted harpies flying about.
Guidance.
Hey guys, do we want to do this at that risk, or do we want to try something else? Because I'm still down to tell the sharks to like revolt, but
Tell them to unionize.
like I just want to make sure you guys are ready in case I trip over a rock. I've only got hooves. I don't really have a lot of grip, so
I thought that's how you get to the salts. That's I'm so sorry. That's-
mountains are different, I would say, than like these like rocky edges here. You know.
Absolutely, these ones are wetter.
Yeah.
Exactly. I could do the mountains. I can't do this as easily.
Understood.
But
Can
I can
I-
do it.
Can I look around to see if there's a way in which you could probably move around to sneak up, or if it seems like the harpies are going to see no matter what, depending on where you go?
Give me a perception check.
Got good stealth if I try.
Ugh.
Sneaky.
Well, thank God my perception is +8 because that brings me to 12.
Oh.
So 12?
A whole 12.
A whole 12. So it's tricky. So you're in a mixed situation. What I mean by that is that there aren't a lot of entries to get close to the sharks that aren't just out in the open. You could try hugging along the walls of the rocks until you get close enough, and that might be able to get you there. However, the harpies have the air, and so they have the advantage of just being high up. That being said, as you notice very quickly, every harpy is busy right now, as they are all looting. So your likelihood of getting up there is possible. However, depending on, how badly the stealth is, they may be able to notice. But
right now, they're not actively looking for you. So you guys have an element of surprise. You know that much, but it's basically on a 12, it's like hit or miss. You're like, it's either going to work, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it's bad.
I'm gonna relay that to the party, and I'm also gonna say, like, I mean, like, if we want to try to talk to the sharks, maybe one of us could be like a decoy and take them away, or like if one of us can run really fast.
Wait,
I'm fast.
Solstice gave me this thing that lets me breathe underwater.
I did.
I'm not a great swimmer, but sometimes me and Deo have this thing where if we try really hard, we can kind of figure out what creatures are thinking. A little bit.
That's cool as shit.
I think it comes from my mom. I don't know, but it doesn't always work, but sometimes, and I've never tried it on an animal. But I could try. I think I'd have to be in the water, but I can try. Before you guys go crazy.
I mean, I will say...
I'm pretty sneaky. I don't know
Unlike-
about being underwater and being sneaky, but...
And if you need a decoy, I can take a few hits before I'm needing any assistance.
Okay,
I'm
but
not the
I don't...
fastest, but...
Wait, could I
don't want
disguise
people
myself
to get
as a
hurt
shark?
just so- But this might not even work to talk to the sharks. I don't want someone to get hurt and then them not even get to, like, talk.
Nope, same basic arrangement of limbs. Not applicable to shark.
I could try to just sneak out and get closer. On a scale of 1 to 7, I have a 7 for stealth. So, like, I could
What are
be
you
kind
talking about? A what?
If I were to rate my stealth on a scale of 1 to 7, I have the 7.
Why would it be
are
on
we?
scale
Okay.
1 to 10?
Are we?
Well, mine's an
Is this
11.
complete? Is this entire
It really is,
argument
though.
about talking to the sharks, or is it about getting to land? I'm a little.
Actually, I don't know.
I think we're
Huh?
trying to figure out our first plan of action because Epixie want to try to talk to the sharks.
I don't have to. I just thought that the whole idea of, like, telling them to go be free is a good idea because it's one less threat.
Well, what if I figure out kind of what they're feeling, maybe, and then if they seem not super angry and hungry and, you know, other normal shark things, then maybe you could go try to talk to it?
Well, one problem I do see arising is if the harpies have control over these sharks, they may be using them as guard dogs. So,
Well, yeah, but
letting
if we
you
can
down
just
by
see
yourself-
what they're don't care as much. I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause I'm like,
And
I'm
I mean,
just
these
worried
aren't
about
like
sending you by
magic
yourself.
creatures, right? They're just regular animals,
I think
Right,
maybe
there's
we
a
should
lot of
go.
right?
I think we should maybe go more for the harpies to start because I mean, most of us are going to be fighting on land anyway, which means if we go for the sharks, I mean, unless they grow like little tiny people legs and come on board like on shore to fight us, I don't think we really need.
Or not.
Look, here's what we'll do. If we're gonna go after the harpies, we're gonna go past the sharks at some point. I'll just take a little pause and talk a little chat with them in my brain as we pass.
Sounds good
Should
to
I
me.
read their thoughts first, or should you try to talk to them first? Like, what's worse?
I'm worried about you going to try to read their thoughts because you said you need to be like in the water with them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. At least close enough to a shark.
They might
I
just.
don't know if
eat
one
you.
swims over here. Well, yeah. I don't want to be near the sharks.
You're
Then
also like
don't
the
do
color
it.
of blood, which means they might think you're like chum in the water.
Oh.
Does not
I
being
hate that kind of is applicable.
Yeah.
Look,
don't think
we'll
that
I
would
charge.
can't disguise myself
We'll
with
charge
something.
the harpies. Let's just charge the harpies. Let's just go all in.
Epixie. Let's just
Epixie,
have-
or I could maybe read the thoughts of harpies, but I've never
Yeah.
tried that either.
I feel like it would be.
We used to just read each
easier.
other's thoughts and do like weird twin shit. We're not twins.
Oh.
That's why it was weirder.
I mean, I'm better equipped to face a harpy than jump in the water. I'm not the strongest swimmer.
My thing is a harp, right? Like half a person. A shark is a giant fish.
A harpy is.
I think I'd rather go
basically-
fishing than fight bird people.
A harpy is basically
But that's just
a woman with the
mean.
body of a bird. They're not fish.
Ugh.
Oh, the sharks are the fish. Sometimes
Sharks are fish.
people think they're dolphins, but they're not.
What about
Yeah.
We're trying to think of what to do. If we're gonna go for the harpies first, they have no idea who any of us are. Maybe we could just like pretend like we're people who have heard of the Great Harpy Queen to try to get close to her, and then we can
Oh.
tap her in the back.
Yeah, let's say that we have gifts for her nest.
But what would we have? Like they're harpies, isn't? I mean, I don't know.
I have an oil
Like
lamp.
Solstice, you said that they loot, right?
Harpies do.
Like
Harpies
then,
loot
and I mean,
the,
what's to stop them from just killing us if they're taking the stuff? If we say we have stuff.
This is also true.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
What?
I just glanced through my bag and I have an oil lamp and oil. So what if I go up and I gift them a lit oil lamp and that sets the nest on fire or something?
Don't.
I
Well, do they have bird
like this
nests, or is it like, you know, when you think of like a snake nest, that's just a hole in the ground. So
Well,
like,
Dan, what does the
what's
nest
a
look
half
like?
person?
Is this flammable?
The nest appears to be made out of large, old, dried up twigs and branches.
Yes.
Oh, the catch on fire kind, you say?
Fuck yes.
I mean, I could also just.
But what will
shoot
setting a
sacred
nest on
flame
fire
at-
do other than make them piss?
Maybe some of them. I don't know. I wasn't helpful with the tidal wave either, so
Well,
I'm just throwing
why
stuff
did you
out and seeing what
guys-
sticks.
I'm going to do what my older brother does all the time, which is you have 2 minutes to pick up a plan, or I'm going to run over there screaming.
Charge them. Charge them.
I think that's a great idea. Vesi, you and you alone should do that.
Deo!
What?
We're down to 1 minute now.
You know what?
probably.
I'm gonna go
I'll set
stealth
that-
over and go
Yes,
talk
that
to the
next time, or
sharks.
I'll watch for 2
Okay,
minutes.
All right.
I'll go with Mimi and try to see if I can pick anything up off the harpies.
Or you'll go with
Maybe.
Pixie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start stealthing closer to the sharks until I'm within
Okay.
range
Okay.
to talk to them.
Okay, Epixie, Solstice, and Deo, please give me a stealth check.
Oh God,
Deo, are you coming with me or are you going with them?
I'm.
Oh, I
trying
got
to
a
stealth
nat 20.
onto the- Nice. I'm trying to stealth onto the rocks to get to the harpy.
Okay,
Okay.
that's where I'm going to, so I'm guessing you need a stealth check for me as well.
If you want
Can
to
I
follow
just-
behind Deo.
Can I just slip into the water in case a pixie has a problem that occurs, so that way I can just swim right over if she has a problem? Or is the water too far?
Let me look at it, because this is going to be the battle map for next week if we go into a battle. So,
Ooh.
Oh God.
For the record, I got a 26 for my stealth.
Ooh.
So
For the
Very
record, I
good.
got a 23.
hey.
You don't want me stealthing if we can, get there, because with my plate I have disadvantage.
You
I
want
also
me
have
stealthing.
disadvantage and I forgot about it.
And you want me to do it?
So, where you guys are,
What?
you can, if you want to get into the water, there is the shortest distance that you can get there is kind of like directly forward. But if you want to try to like jump off the side, because it's not a huge island or anything like that, if you wanted to like jump off the side and then swim around to either like the left or right side, you're welcome to do so as well. The left or right side, I would say, would not require a stealth check, but if you head down the middle, then it would require a stealth check.
Which way is the ship?
The ship would be down the middle. The ship's also broken up into a couple of pieces.
Is there a way to get close enough that I'm within 30 feet of the sharks without getting into the water, or am I going to have to get into the water?
You can get to the edge and talk to the sharks and not be in the water.
Then whatever trajectory gets me there
Yeah.
to the edge is what I'm taking.
Then
I would stay with Epixie.
I'm gonna hover near them, but like basically like right at the point in which right before you'd need to stealth. You know, like if there's something to hide behind, I'm just gonna be there, but within range that I could take off and run if I need to. So.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And then for Deo and Mimi, Deo, do you want to head up to the right side and make your way towards the broken down lighthouse? Or would you rather head closer to the nest itself?
She got her little stanky leg out. A little stanky leg.
Maybe lighthouse? Because maybe there'd be better cover.
Final
Maybe.
answer?
Yes.
Lighthouse was the stealthier
Yes.
option.
Okay, yay!
Um,
Big boy, big galaxy brain.
so, yeah, Deo and Mimi, if you both want to give me a stealth check for that, you're welcome to do so.
Oh boy.
And
Just to be honest, I already rolled mine,
Mhm.
and it's a 7.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I could have re-rolled. But
Deo might score high enough because I'm taking the average of your two. So
I'm gonna be using my inspiration because yet again, considering the way that I am, I'm literally begging. Can you give me something?
Worse?
I guess I'll use. No, technically better. Can I'll use my guidance as well?
Add your guidance.
Yeah, I'm using my
Inspiration
guidance
just
as well.
has a way of spurning Crash, and that she uses it, and it gives her like the same number, or only slightly better.
Oh, I
It's
forgot. I'm
only
gonna
it's
use my
between like a
guidance.
1 and 3 difference every time.
So I used my guidance, and it's up to a 10.
You're like, you got
10,
a natural
cool.
20. That is all of your points for this evening. And that was a 1.
Oh,
What do I have to do to cleanse myself of whatever this is?
Cool.
Detox.
So, what did you get?
Can I? Well, I will have to count. Hey, because we have 1 billion, could I just use one of our many Pacey's accomplices
Yes.
to roll that again?
If you would like.
yeah.
For my sanity. Although if I roll lower, that is just the bed that I have made.
Next Sixer, I want to figure out how many PC's accomplices everybody has, so you get that all.
True, yeah.
Mapped
Okay,
out.
okay, that is... Thank God. That is, if it helps, that is 4 times what I got the first time I rolled.
Hell yeah.
There was a lot of margin for error. And now math. 24.
24?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, Deo and Mimi, you are able to make your way up. Making your way towards the lighthouse. You're able to get into the lighthouse with ease, and you can hear and sense several harpies flying frantically above.
Because I got worried after the pause, and I was just like, does he think that I'm lying? And then I just saw you were frozen.
You liar.
Are you kidding me? I'm using my Legacy of Detect Thoughts.
Legacy of Dis.
It's a weird thing as a Despater Tiefling that you can use certain cantrips for spying purposes.
Legacy of Dis.
Basically, I can just cast Detect Thoughts once a day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It works the same way as the regular spell. Like, it automatically works if the creature's more intelligent than 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's generous, but if I want to probe deeper and actually hear the thoughts that are occurring, then I have to roll for
Is
that.
this what Esther has?
For sure. Okay.
Probably. She probably has this spell.
She
A
Um,
better version of it, because this is
I
just
think-
a shithead kid using it, but...
She has, because I've had to look at your character sheet, she has, like, due to the nature of ambient sorcerer and all that stuff, it's just kind of like that she can make a telepathic link with someone, so.
Oh, yeah, so then that would
Not
be
bad.
different.
Yeah.
This is just...
Yeah.
In that case, somebody else kind of knows that it's happening. But
Yeah.
Deo's is just
Head on
like,
Rosie.
you don't know.
Right. Okay. So,
Not unless you probe deeper and they catch on.
so you cast that.
You inception thoughts into their brain, which apparently you can also do.
The general sense of the surface thoughts of all of these harpies is a delightful glee in destroying ships and looting them and killing the sailors. So they are very much just having the time of their life right now.
Wow, queens.
As they are looting the remains of this ship. They have all been well fed, so they're happy about that, and they are so they're just gleefully enjoying their time.
Okay.
Girls' night.
Girls' night. Are there any... Because I don't know what the queen looks like.
Oh,
But are there any ones near... Or, like, within range of that 30 feet that I could possibly try to probe deeper into?
you absolutely may. I will let you know that even if they fail on the saving throw on the detect thoughts, at the end of it, they are going to know that somebody is reading into their mind.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so they don't know.
Yeah,
as long as
regardless
I don't
of
do-
success or fail, if you probe deeper, they will know.
Frick. Then...
They're just a bunch of happy
Darn
bitches.
Yeah.
But I'll let you simmer on that to see if you decide to probe deeper. But Epixie,
I want to. I'm deciding.
okay,
If I cast it once, I'm not going to be able to do it again.
We'll jump back to it then. So, Epixie, you've stealthed your way up. Both you and Solstice had really excellent stealth, so you were able to make your way. Vesi tailing behind, and you're able to get close enough to the surface where you can see a fin that is close enough for you to connect with.
Cool. I would like to telepathically say,
There is food 70 kilometers south of here. Take your friends and feast.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Okay.
We're gonna get. This
It's
is gonna
okay,
become
you
Shark
guys.
Week of
Who
Theros.
among us can say that we had a better plan? We didn't.
What if 70 kilometers south of here is that
Where
ship
Tior is.
with the horrible man?
That'd be
That'll
great.
eat him.
21.
Great.
I rolled a
21.
12 and I have a +9 to deception.
So they need a nat 20 in order for them to get through this lie.
Feast, feast, feast.
I would like to give guidance to the sharks. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. You hear. Can they respond back? Or can you just talk to them?
Let me
Can we
double
say
check
that they can
really
so Dan
quick.
has to do a shark voice?
You have to sound like Taylor Lautner. But
No,
when he
he's
was
gonna
like
sound
12.
like Bruce.
You can telepathically speak to any
Oh,
creature you
yeah.
can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand your telepathic utterances. It doesn't say anything about back and forth, unfortunately.
Okay, so that sounds like to me that they. Well, it's that feature of your bard, right?
Yeah, awaken the mind.
Awaken mind.
You were not
Waking
getting...
my mind.
My mind is awake.
Like in the mind.
There are so many things I need to learn. It's like trying to find different options.
I think it is telepathic communication, because it wouldn't be much
Yeah?
just to say it directly. I think it is telepathic
Okay,
communication.
I'll take it. Talk to me,
So
baby.
you get... Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna disappoint y'all. You get a response back that just says, "Eh."
Yes. I am another shark, and I just came to tell all of you that there is a blood feast due south.
Another shark.
Blood feast.
A blood feast.
Yeah, just for other
Where'd you hear about this?
I was just there, and I swam up here to tell you guys.
Oh, dang, where are you?
I'm already swimming back. You gotta come this way. South. Away from the rocks.
Man, I don't know if the queen's gonna like that.
No, say that.
Nobody cares about the queen anymore. There's a cooler queen where the blood feast is.
It's the voice crack of the blood feast for me, dog.
Eh?
Yeah, it's this Queen Harpy's boss. She's even bigger.
There's a bigger boss.
Yeah, with a big blood feast.
With the big blood feast.
With a big.
Yo, this blood feast busted.
Yeah.
Hey,
you gotta go now.
we gotta go now.
There's gonna be more sharks. We gotta get there before the other sharks.
Oh my god, I gotta tell everybody.
Tell everybody quick.
Alright, hang on. I can't tell everybody. Wherever you are, mysterious shark. What's your name?
Epixie.
Ah, cool. My name's Finn. I need to go find.
You sound really cool. We should hang out after this.
There were two choices.
If I could see you, I'd love to hang out.
Yeah, let's go eat together.
Cool. I don't know how we're talking. This is crazy.
I'm magic.
What?
Shark meat cute?
I'm magic.
What's
You
magic?
have to follow me. I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to do this. You gotta come.
Okay.
Thank God that they're just regular sharks, though. It's the best possible outcome.
They're completely still in the water.
What's your name? Tony.
I am lightheaded.
What's your name?
What's your name? The shark
My tummy hurts.
Sweating.
Literally got lightheaded. Jesus.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
That was funny.
I'm not bring my mother into this.
Oh man.
This is my peak. I'm not gonna do any better than this ever again.
Woo, that was good.
I need to grab my water bottle.
Need your wawa.
I'm sweaty. Why am I sweaty from that?
I'm sorry.
Funny.
Oh, that was good.
I laughed too hard.
You all watch as you see one shark swim to each other shark in the water, and as that happens, you then they all simultaneously begin swimming towards the direction proposed.
That might have actually been all we had to do. Wait, what the fuck?
And as that starts to happen, Deo, you want to probe deeper?
Yes. Yeah, to follow that. Just.
I didn't think it was
Pixie, you were
the
amazing.
Odyssey.
Pixie, Soul is in love with you
Interaction. Holy shit.
my head
Yeah, to do
and my
something
tummy hurt.
way less
crying.
inspiring. I'm just gonna
I'm just
probe
like-
into the mind.
I'm just like
How
picturing
many
that whole time that Pixie's there talking with Solstice close behind, and Vesi can just see in the water this one shark that's just like not moving for a long period of time.
That would kill it though.
Yeah, it's literally impossible.
No, I mean, like, just,
It would
like,
die.
like,
I took
the
its breath
favorite,
away.
Like, just kind of like.
Literally. Someone move this shark man.
Sorry, Crash, what are you doing?
I would like to probe into the mind of the nearest harpy and see its reasoning, emotional state, or something that looms large in its mind.
What's it guilty about right now?
Also, a question directed at the target can naturally shape the course of its thoughts. Okay.
Interesting.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see if I can't kind of dig into its mind
Are
and.
you in a relationship?
Do you have a crush?
I'm not into birds!
Gain insight
Hey,
for
harpies
treason.
might be cute.
If it
No!
succeeds, either way the target knows. Okay.
Like, it's
So-
gonna know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna get what I want out of it.
So you're probing
It's gonna
deeper.
know what's gonna know.
As you probe deeper, you are seeing this memory almost that sort of runs in its head. And you see all of these harpies, I should mention, they all very much have this sort of like palish skin with like rings of either like black, gray, or some of them have like even like slight white feathers to them.
Okay.
You see in the mind of this harpy, recollecting on a time when the ship itself that they are looting was crashing.
The harpies
Why
got
do I
him.
keep-
Harpies got him.
Oh, it got disconnected
killing
again.
him.
No, why did?
No,
it
you're back.
I
back.
should be back, but
I'm sorry, I won't do detect thoughts ever again.
okay, we've reconnected, but that
It's
should also
killing him.
that's probably gonna hitch the stream for a second. So
I just sent we're still here, I promise.
yes.
Okay, it looks like we're back. We're good.
Okay, we are back. We are good.
We heard through to like feather colors, but that's about it of your description.
Yes. So yeah.
And then I see.
Yeah.
And then dramatic pause.
Yeah, so you see in this harpy's mind watching a memory of this ship crashing into the rocks. It looks like it was happening in the early morning, just before the sun came up. As that sort of terrifying scene occurs and the ship sort of breaking apart and crashing, you see hovering above, making their way down, this very much, all of the harpies are very like hunched over as they fly. This harpy stands out in the sense that they arch their back and they keep their form and posture very regal in that sense. Their feathers are this crimson red that sort of arch out all through, and she has stretching up and around this sort of this tinge of feathers that basically cup around her own head, almost resembling that of like a crown that is created. And she has these piercing orange eyes through and through. And you just see her cackle gleefully as
Wait,
the
like how much of a harpy is human? I genuinely don't know.
It depends on the harp. Like I just looked up in like on D&D like.
Yeah, does she have like a
Google.
human face?
Yeah, they have human faces for the most part.
I don't know if I can share with the chat. The chat will get to see the images of these harpies most likely next time. But I'll share with you all these
really
harpies.
It's like
Some harpies are like very like almost like a Valkyrie sort of deal, but with like bird legs, and some are more bird-like.
Yeah, the harpies, the regular harpies that are flying around are very much more bird-like in their demeanor. This one still very much has a lot of bird attributes, the claws, the talons, and everything. But the way that she composes herself and the way that she flies around, or at least in this memory, seems much more attributing to a much more human-like quality in the sense of that. Not so much bird, more so like human in that quality.
So does she have like a person like head?
She has a humanoid face,
Okay.
and her head is sort of covered in this flurry of feathers that arc around.
I think
Okay.
if it helps, Crash, I think usually the way they depict them is like human head and torso with like bird wings and then like the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like big long bird legs.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
still got like a human stand
Yes.
to them.
And they also have several feathers just like across their body.
Are we just gonna gloss over the fact that so many of them have boobs?
I have.
If you look at the
I-
last
Oh
unicorn,
my
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll show you the image that I had
bad.
selected for
I
her.
do not
and
remember that part
the-
of the last unicorn.
the
I
chat
blocked
should
that out as a child, watched it as an adult, and I went,
the chat will see it later. I'll tell you guys later about what the image that I found. But anyway, so that's the memory that you see. So simultaneously, as the sharks are being taken away, you see all of the harpies that are flying around. They turn their attention towards the sharks, and they don't head towards them instantly, but they all like focus their attention, except for one harpy who turns their head and then looks towards near where Deo and Mimi are, but does not seem to be able to find them specifically. But this one harpy is like scanning around right now. Once all of this happens and occurs, you hear all of the harpies as they are like cackling and laughing during all this. They go silent as this happens. Once the silence happens, you see encroaching out on the top of the nest, standing aloft, is in that vision that you saw this harpy queen.
God.
As she, and now everybody can see this regal harpy standing aloft, and as you hear her as she looks out, you then watch as she takes a deep breath and she begins bellowing out a beautiful harmony, something like you have never heard before. And once that happens,
we didn't even think about.
you all start and
Maddie
watch.
did.
You all start to watch as the sharks, as they are starting to swim away, but they are now starting to make their way back. What do you guys do? The sharks are not in the water right now.
Fight it! I'm gonna just keep screaming until they get back into the distance. Fight the song! There's a cooler queen elsewhere!
I'm gonna grab the pixie and I'm just gonna run to shore. I'm just gonna.
Are you
I'm
guys
just gonna
stealthing?
run-
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me another stealth check.
and you start running. Vestu's just gonna be like, guidance from her.
Go ahead and give me
natural
a
20.
Yeah, again.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't do as well this time. What's my stealth? Okay, that is a 16. I'll add my guidance. Hold on. 17.
17. Okay, so natural 20, which makes it a 23. And then plus 17. So with an average of 20, that's pretty good. However, somebody is now actively paying a little bit more attention right now. So we're just going to roll real quick.
what if they did it? Have you thought about
Just
it?
a recommendation, Dan. Just maybe they didn't.
Solstice, do you want to add a guidance
To
to your roll to make it the number even higher?
do I have a guidance?
Vesi was throwing
I already
it out.
used. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll add a guidance. 1d4, correct?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, you need a 4 or higher.
Yeah, that was a 3.
Oh.
So close.
So you are able to raise it, but as you rush out in that moment, you accidentally trip, and you're able to get back up pretty quickly. But as this happens, as you get up, you hear instantly the song stops. And as you turn to look, you see that the Harpy Queen has her eyes deadlocked on you two.
How far are we from where she is?
She's pretty far right now.
Solstice,
close, though.
Solstice, can you be invisible? Solstice, can you be invisible?
Can I shove Deo behind something?
I'm already
Um,
hiding, brother.
I can be invisible.
maybe.
Can you be invisible?
Maybe.
Ready? Ready? 1,
No, I didn't say yes.
Oh.
As you guys are
Polly
talking, you hear echoing out louder. You hear sisters in arms and wings.
Hello.
Looks like we
Yes.
have some visitors.
Can I step out and just be like, hey?
She turns and looks at you.
Deo's freaking hiding.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me shove him behind something first.
Oh wait.
And you see
one
she-
thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Could I have done something very fast?
What do you want to do?
Like in between all this? Not, and it wouldn't derail anything.
Yeah, I was
Just,
talking for a
it
while.
stays up for no, you're good. It stays up for a minute. So is there any way still during that I can kind of pry the question? It's not like a verbal thing, just like an Inception, Leonardo DiCaprio feeling thing of how do you feel about your queen? Like trying to incite any other memories it has about the queen.
I know.
And
I don't
see
know
the
that
feelings
Deo,
that I might grab of it.
I don't know that Deo's doing that. But I'm gonna run out to Solstice and Vesi, and we'll get to that in a second. I want to finish Deo's thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, so do whatever you may.
You get a response back that just says, you get the sense that that this harpy has great admiration and joy for the queen.
Okay.
Damn.
Great.
And,
It is a girls' night.
and you see,
Girls supporting girls. Damn it.
so Vesi, you made your way to Solstice and Epixie?
Yeah, she I just put candy cane in my mouth, but yeah, she runs out and with her mace, she's gonna like slam it into the sand, and she's gonna point at the harpy queen and just be like, "Thassa doesn't like you."
As you do that, she holds out her wing and sort of stretches it out towards all of you, and she says, "Sisters, bring them to your queen." And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
No!
No, sisters, no!
Sis, no! Oh god, oh great, oh god.
And that is another session of the Edge of Knowledge here in our Theros campaign.
Great.
Thank you all so much. We will be continuing next week, weather permitting. Tune in to our streams this week. We know we're not going to be having a stream Thursday or Friday. We may have a stream tomorrow, weather permitting. Fingers crossed everything goes well. We'll keep you all posted on that. A good way to be posted on all this is in our amazing Discord, which should be linked in the chat soon enough
Right
here.
there.
Perfect. Thank you. So go ahead there's an awesome community, great people, tons of great stuff in there. And if you're curious about what's going to happen to our crew, whether or not they're going to survive the fight against Zene, the Harpy Queen, well, you're just going to have to tune in next week in order to find out. So keep posted on that. But I want to say thank you to all the players. For
Thank you,
a wonderful
Dan.
session.
Thank you, Dan.
And I want to say thank you to our amazing audiences, all of the follows that you guys were dropping. We want to thank all of you. Truly appreciate all of it. The cheers, everything. You guys are awesome. And before we sign off, if nobody has told you this yet, we love you all. You all are amazing. And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time against the fight of the heart.
Have a good night.
You guys.
We're in danger.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.